Geoholics.
I'm the kid in the classroom sitting on her hands.
TK's theme song.
It is.
Trying not to dance. I've been looking in the mirror saying, girl, you gotta chill. But I can't sit still.
All right. Welcome back to Geoholics, episode 285.
285.
Oh my goodness.
Like those big round numbers.
This is going to be quite the show.
I agree.
This is going to be one for the ages. I'm not going to oversell it.
Are you going to keep it under 3 hours?
We're going to do our best. TK's got a flight at 9. So.
Okay, that helps.
Yeah, we got a hard out.
There are some boundaries.
It's delayed to 9:27.
Oh no! Don't tell him that yet.
Don't tell him
There we
that.
go. Oh my gosh! Before we introduce our guests, let's do our normal routine here.
We
Producer
should.
Sean, real quick. Episode 285. We got through that.
We
right?
did. Yes.
News and happenings.
News and happenings of the Geoholics.
Do we talk about Tuck? I don't remember if we talked about Tuck last week.
No, we did not.
So we were at Tuck. I was at Tuck last week.
Yeah.
Great show
And
as
our
always.
great geo expert, Mr. Russell Hall.
Russ Hall did
That's right.
fantastic. Jennifer killed it. Those two actually recorded a couple interviews without me.
I saw.
So I haven't heard it yet, but I'm really looking forward to that. But as usual, great show. I had like a TK week last week.
Oh, did you really?
Wednesday, left, flew to Orlando. Friday, left Orlando, flew to Chicago. Sunday, left Chicago, flew back to Phoenix. Monday, got up, flew to California, came back Tuesday night.
Oh, nice.
Yes, I was in I don't know how many states that is, 4 or 5 states in 6 days. It was nuts.
He does. Yeah, TK does it all the time.
I know. And then I found out today from my chiropractor, when you fly that much, there's this electromagnetic field that you have to worry about, and it really messes with your biorhythms. So anybody wondering if you fly a bunch?
I wasn't.
And then you just start to act like a freaking zombie, it's probably high levels of EMF. Sure. Good to know.
Well, with your advanced age that you're coming into,
Yes.
do you have to wear the compression socks on all these flights too?
Oh my God. I can't believe you said that.
You got the copper
I was
sleeve?
getting a reset the other day, and that's not a happy ending, by the way. I was getting a reset the other day, and the girl that works with, she's like, when you fly that much, do you wear the compression socks? And I go, I don't. And she's like, well, maybe you should think about it. It's good for circulation.
I will not let you live that down for a long time.
That is so funny.
Come in
you
wearing
brought
those
that up.
things.
Oh, you got to wear those just with the sandals.
No. I am not there yet. Not there yet. Yes.
Compression socks with the finger toes.
Oh, Lord. But what else we got coming up, bud?
Is there anything else this summer before we go to Australia? I don't think so.
Before Australia?
Yeah. Is there a June?
Only tonight. We got tonight. This is a big deal.
We only have tonight.
This is a big deal. Hey, tomorrow's not guaranteed. Remember that.
Right. Want to remind people who this episode is powered by.
Powered by Emlid, of course, as always, making aerial and terrestrial surveys faster and easier than ever before. To find out more, go to emlid.com. What's new with you, bud?
What did I say last week? A lot, but a little. The one thing I did want to mention, I think I mentioned it 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
Making a lot of progress on the apprenticeship program for material testing technicians at EVIT. And I'm starting the process also for some survey technician programs
at EVIT.
Well, they may not be able to handle 2 new ones at the same time, so we may. But they have partnerships with everybody else, Westmec and Pima and all these others. So
yes.
So very, very promising. Gonna make it happen. More momentum than I've ever had.
Okay. Do you have a teacher?
I was going to talk to you about that.
So I'm going to save you a bunch of time, because we went down this path before with EVIT, and remember you were part of that shoot.
Mm-hmm.
We've got the curriculum, we've got everything lined out for the survey technician, but we just couldn't find a teacher.
Okay, send me that.
I'll send you that.
Thank you.
Save some time.
Okay, what's new with you?
New with me,
other than what you already told us.
Just been
out of sequence.
It's been a busy last week. I am so looking forward to a weekend of nothing, absolutely nothing.
Cool. Yeah. We're going to Bisbee this weekend.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Doing a little sightseeing, little Karshner Caverns.
Wow.
Check out, the turquoise or the whatever quarry thing is down there.
Very cool.
See the sights.
Very cool. I do want us to talk about one thing real quick though. When I was in Chicago this past weekend, it was for my mom's celebration of life. She passed away back in June, and we were just now getting around to doing it in Chicago to get all of her old friends together and stuff like that. It was phenomenal. bunch of my old buddies showed up. Saw some family I hadn't seen in, gosh, in some cases like 20 years or more. It was nuts, but it was just such a really good event. Probably had over 100 people there, and Chicago Bob did phenomenal.
Yeah. Did he do a speech?
He did.
Oh,
He
good
did.
for him.
He crushed
Good for
it.
him.
Got emotional, of course. You know, he's an emotional guy.
Oh, yeah.
He absolutely crushed it. So our weekly updates are brought to you by Toponot, as always. I'm reading this here. Toponot User Conference is celebrating its 10th anniversary, which it already did. But of course, to find out more, go to toponot.com. Tell us about that song of the week, the TK pick there, producer Sean.
I believe everyone knows this artist. Lainey Wilson. Song is Can't Sit Still. Lainey Wilson is a Grammy-winning country singer-songwriter from Baskin, Louisiana, known for her bell-bottom country sound, pop, powerhouse vocals, and throwback meets modern style. She has become one of country music's biggest stars, earning CMA and ACM honors, earning Entertainer of the Year, while also appearing as Abby on Yellowstone. With her signature hat, bell bottoms, and no BS storytelling, Lainey brings authenticity, grit, and Louisiana soul to everything she does.
I'm a fan. Definitely. Fan of Lainey. Sure. I didn't know she was in Yellowstone, though. That's news to me. But that's pretty cool. Our song of the week is brought to you by Altera Central, your Trimble dealer for all things survey, mapping, and even marine gear. Check out alteracentral.com. Next up, our Leica Geosystems weekly pro tip. I think this is you again, producer Sean.
It is. And I read this a couple times. I'm not sure how this relates to our discussion tonight.
It probably doesn't.
Okay. Here we go. Don't let technology replace your professional judgment. Let it amplify it. The best surveyors aren't just button pushers. They understand the why behind the workflow, the risk behind the data, and the responsibility behind every deliverable. That's how we honor the past, elevate the profession, and keep pushing surveying forward. That is from our good friends at Leica.
Yes.
When it has to be right.
Oh, such a great catch. Such a great tagline.
Find out more. Visit Leica-Geosystems.com.
You overstepped your bounds right there. That's okay. That's okay. Let's get our guests in here. You guys have heard their voices tonight.
You've heard them in the past.
You've heard them in the past.
Over the last almost 7 years.
Yep. Our guests, of course, this week are brought to you by David Evans & Associates. To find out more about the David DEA difference, visit DEAINC.com. All right. Without further ado, we've got Trent Keenan with us. Trent, how are you, buddy?
All is amazing.
Why can't we go through the bio?
Yeah. Which bio?
There's no bio.
There's no bio.
Yeah, I want Trent's bio.
Okay, Trent, where were you born?
Omaha, Nebraska.
That's right. That's right.
Where'd you go to college?
Here in Phoenix, it was a
survey program.
That's right.
No, it was a tech school for AutoCAD.
Yeah.
For AutoCAD, yep.
I think I saw a picture of that. It was a bunch of guys like laying on the tables while they were drawing, and they had the arms to get the things right.
Exactly.
It was AutoCAD DOS 10. It wasn't. It wasn't drafting.
I remember DOS 10.
It was not table draft.
I could be crazy. It was something you came out of somewhere, and it was across the street, and you just got into it. I kind of remember the story.
What's your current job?
I own Diamondback Land Surveying.
Do you do
my wife?
anything?
My wife signs the front of the check, though.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's be real.
Let's be real.
How is the lovely Lisa?
She is amazing.
She is amazing.
She's doing amazing.
Can confirm. Yep. And what are you passionate about?
All things surveying, 100%. Unfortunately, all things surveying. So, yep.
And
running.
Are you still doing the thing, half marathons?
Yes.
How many are we up to?
86 in 88.
86
in 88 months. And next week will be 87 in 88 months in San Diego.
Who does that?
Some freaking weirdo.
You immediately feel worthless and a lazy piece of shit, right?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Even more so than normal.
Exactly.
Yes.
Just thanks for the reminder, TK.
Yeah. And we've got the one, the only Big Shoot
in studio.
Hey, that's me.
Yeah.
Dude, we're so happy you're here.
It has been a long time. I've missed you guys.
So much history. You look phenomenal.
Thank you. Blast from the past.
Blast from the past. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Let's do your bio. Where were you born?
Latham, New York.
Latham, New York.
Upstate, outside of Albany. So, not a city guy. That's why there's no accent.
That's right.
I have to clarify that every time I talk. If I get around the family, coffee comes out a little different.
I can see that. Yeah.
A little bit of attitude. How about that?
I don't know about that. I've lived in Arizona way too long.
Where'd you go to school?
Arizona State University.
Bam.
Had to go twice.
You loved it so much, you came back for more.
The first time they said, hey, maybe this isn't for you. I said, I'll be back.
We're going to hold you back in college.
It took a few years, but I was back there eventually.
Good stuff. Good stuff. What's your current job?
I am doing sales at Reese Plumbing, locally
Plumbing.
here in Phoenix.
Very good. Doing a lot of data centers. We had that conversation.
Absolutely,
Good
man.
for
Those
you.
are popping up all over this place.
And what are you passionate about, man?
This stupid team on my head right here. The Mets are my biggest passion that I follow, and they continue to let me down. I was reminiscing. You remember our
those feelings.
first recording session when we were just testing out this equipment, and I said, the Mets are a dumpster fire. Nothing has changed in all this time.
That was 7 years ago.
Yeah, nothing has changed.
You talked about it every episode.
And you're still paying Bobby Bonilla.
His day's coming up again.
Oh, I know. I can't. We were talking about it last week. I can't wait.
They make
one
it
of my
like a
favorite
holiday
days
out of it now.
I know, right?
Unbelievable. And it wasn't this equipment because we had analog equipment back in the day.
Yes.
Yes. It wasn't this nice.
We upgraded over time, and it's definitely this compared to where we started in the closet.
We do have to circle back though. One,
Please, let's
because
do
we're
it.
talking about half marathons.
Yeah. Put them on the spot.
All right, I'll get the 88th in the 88th month.
So many years ago now, the whole joke was once we got to 10,000, or when you guys got to 10,000 downloads, someone has a tattoo on their ankle. Yep, there you go. I am a
Can
geoholic.
confirm.
And someone didn't want to get a tattoo, and so he opted to do a half marathon.
I guess I got to do that. Is that what's
We're
that?
still
13
waiting.
miles?
Yeah, it's only 13.1.
Can I do that over like 13 days?
Sure. we just want to get it. We just want to get it in the book.
Okay, that I can
But
do
you can't
that.
go home. You have to sleep.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah. Just
still
throw the 10 out. 1 mile.
maybe
throw
we'll
the
cut
10
it down
out.
to 10 days. At that point, I'll sleep in the
Is there a
desert.
time limit? Like, is there a cutoff?
Well, eventually, all the finish line goes home. So, but there's no one will be there when you finish.
I will say
I'll be there for you. Shane.
I'll say most of them
Like-
have 4-hour time limits. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
There is a
Yeah,
time limit.
13 miles
Just
in
something
4 hours.
You can do that.
You can
man.
walk that.
I
You
can
can
do it.
seriously
Do
walk
they have
that.
like people that rush you along if you're at the back of the pack?
There's the kind of the
Stragglers.
guys picking up the junk, right?
Okay.
All the cleanup and all that kind of stuff.
You're getting passed by the guy
you're
right in the
right
trash.
there.
He's
You're
picking
right
up cups.
I'll make friends with that guy. Him and I will be good buddies.
And I only because it's reminiscence, because we have Ryan here.
Yeah, of course.
Go back to the remember in the early single digits and double digits, it was about jersey numbers
Jersey
and who was the famous
right.
player or whatever. So
Yeah.
I think those were kind of fun, right? So
After-
who's a jersey number 285?
Yeah, that's
Is there some
That's a
sort of
good
like
question.
dirt biker or something? Maybe.
There might be. Like
That's
after
a
Wayne
long
Gretzky,
shot.
it was over. Remember?
That's it. 99. What do you do?
Exactly. That was it. You were done.
Like now what?
Oh,
We're gonna have to do a safety share now.
yeah.
Oh, that was awesome.
I forgot all
we gotta
about that with
give,
the numbers, famous numbers.
Yes.
Yeah, we got to give producer Jake a shout out too. of course.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, as most of you guys know, guys, gals, the start of this was Ryan and I, right? Just
And
talking shit and like, yeah, we should start a podcast, survey podcast or whatever. And, big,
just hang out.
you're a podcast fan. I was a podcast fan, Joe Rogan. And we're like, okay, yeah, that's a good idea. Now what? Right. And then I just happened to be like at a family gathering and, producer Jake was there, dating my daughter at the time. And, I was just talking to him, he's a smart guy. And we're like, hey, me and, my buddy want to start a podcast. And he goes, I got a freaking soundboard in the back of my car that I've been trying to figure out what I'm going to do with it. I'm like, well, you want to give it a go? He's like, all right, let's do it.
Huh?
And then sure enough, remember we recorded our first episode in the
social hall.
in the social hall behind the bookcase, behind the bookcase, right? You pull the book, the thing open, this dingy room.
It
right?
was half the size of this room.
Yes. It was
Speakeasies before they were famous.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And we just recorded a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
But we had so much fun. It was like a 20-minute deal, remember?
Yeah.
And then
it
after
was
that,
just testing
like,
it out. And
just went with it.
So when was Abe? 1 or 2?
He was one.
He was one, but
So-
that was an F up though too.
that was,
He was one technically, and Tim Evans was 2.
yes.
We recorded 2 on the same night, didn't we?
Yes.
Okay.
But then Abe's didn't record.
Oh, I love
It
this.
didn't record.
I had that happen on my very first mentoring Mondays.
Is that right?
I did.
It didn't record?
No, I forgot to hit. I paused it.
yeah.
I paused
yeah,
it,
yeah.
and then I forgot to hit record.
I don't remember how we messed it up, but we did.
Because we had Abe. He was in the other room. We didn't want to put him behind the bookshelf.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we went in the special room.
Yeah.
Much
we had
nicer
a
room
whole,
for Abe.
we had an audience for that one.
Yeah.
That was fun.
That's
Yeah.
right.
That guy showed up dressed as Abe. That was awesome.
Oh, it's so good. We got some great pictures. He signed my, with Compass and Chain, the Abe Lincoln
Yes.
book. He signed it as Abe Lincoln. It was really cool.
I love that.
But it didn't record. So then we had to make arrangements
For a
To-
backup.
to re-record with him.
Mhm.
But you couldn't do it. So it was Banta. Remember Mike
Oh,
Banta?
The voice of
funny.
reason himself.
Yes. So it was me and Mike Banta
Yes.
recorded with Abe technically for episode 1.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. That's so fun.
And then you guys got tattoos at 10,000 downloads.
10,000 downloads.
One tattoo.
No, one
Not
tattoo. One tattoo.
no
There's still
plural
only
on
one
that.
tattoo.
Oh yeah, no, this is a temple. You don't
Exactly. Exactly. Don't let him talk you into it. You want to run a half marathon with me?
Yeah, I'm all for that.
So funny. So funny.
Just in case anybody's curious, I think last time I saw it was 365,000
Downloads?
downloads.
Probably about right.
Yeah, we're over
Yeah.
350, not quite
Yeah.
at 400,000 yet.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah. When I
That's
said I'll get a tattoo at 10,000 downloads, I didn't think that would ever happen.
Yes.
It did seem like a long shot.
I was like,
But
there's no way that's going to happen. I was like, oh shit.
you were a man of your word quickly, though. You ran right out there and got that thing.
Yeah,
Yep.
of course. Of
Yeah,
course.
I love that.
Gosh, what direction should we go with this?
I don't know,
thing,
but Sean's
TK?
getting antsy. He's like, that's enough.
Yeah, that's
Enough of the reminiscing. Let's go.
So like we talked about like shoots. You want me to call you shoots? Is that good?
Whatever
Are
you
good
go with.
shoots?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll keep it that way. That's the way it started. That's the way it continues.
What is the origin of Big Shoots?
Letterkenny,
Yeah.
the TV show.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
I think
One of the
Yeah.
characters, Big Shoots.
I think they just kind of call everybody that at one point or another.
Oh no, it was right. It wasn't just a character.
Yeah.
Well, wasn't it?
Squirrely Dan?
Yeah.
No, that's sometimes, but what's her name? Katie?
Yeah.
She'll call anybody Big Shoots.
Yeah, that's right. She did say Big Shoots a lot. Yeah, for sure.
And she looks very good.
She
That
does. I
Katie.
still go back and watch that show.
Just for that?
Yeah.
And then they had the spinoff with Shorzy is amazing.
I haven't watched one of them.
What?
Not one.
You got me hooked on it and now you abandoned
I
it?
told you about it. Didn't mean I watched it.
Oh, yeah, that's a good show. But yeah, Squirrely Dan's a larger gentleman with a big bushy beard.
Yep.
Kind of has a lisp, I would say.
Yep.
Definitely a character.
Absolutely.
He gets the
character,
name
yeah.
most of the time. So apparently I
Yeah.
look similar to him.
A little bit. And it just fit. It just
Yes.
fit. Yeah.
Yes.
So, Trent, I'm just curious
Yes,
from
sir.
your perspective. I mean, you've been involved with the show from day one, essentially,
Pretty
as
close,
well.
yeah.
Why do you think it works? Why do you think it worked? Why do you think it works now?
Why do you think we're so awesome, Trent?
I think it's honestly,
Elaborate.
Yeah, no, I think it's just the authenticity, right? Like it just comes across as surveyors. We are designed to see imperfections and everything's about judgment, right? And so this one comes across very authentic. The conversations are not scripted. Everything is just a role of the conversation wherever it leads, right? And so I think from a surveyor's perspective, in the way we're wired, I think that's why it probably fits the most fitting for all of us, because we can all relate, right? It's all, we get into storytelling, and that's unfortunately that's a surveyor's probably number one trait is storytelling,
sure.
and there's so many episodes on here that have been nothing but storytelling.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, the gentleman from Indiana, right? You asked him one question, and the entire episode was storytelling. Right?
Right.
So
We never interrupted him.
yeah, you just
couldn't go.
Yes, you couldn't. You couldn't.
Yeah.
So-
That's one of my favorite episodes
Yeah,
ever.
yeah.
For
So
sure.
it's I think it's just that. It's the authenticity. It's so nice to just sit in a room and have general conversations and
And you've been doing
Talk
a lot of that too with Mentoring Mondays. And
Yeah.
talk a little bit about that.
so I think, the Mentoring Mondays is we can get into the weeds, and sometimes even this week, I mean, we had Gary Kent on this week, and Gary's perspective on ALTAs as it relates to like field surveyors and the way the table A's break down for field surveyors and managers. And it's hard to sometimes interrupt the storytelling to get back on point. And there's a difference, I think, between Mentoring Mondays and the Geoholics, or the, any kind of podcast, because we're trying to learn something on Mentoring Mondays as opposed to getting into the weeds of storytelling. And so there is times where I do have to be like, okay, we need to get back on point. And, especially somebody like Gary, right? I'm very cognizant of his time. He gives back to the profession like no one else. And, so I wanted to be, very sensitive of his time. And so it's like, I don't want this to continue to drag on to storytelling, or what should I do in this, hypothetical situations. And so, yes, there's a lot to learn from storytellings, but sometimes in that environment, we definitely want to kind of stay on point. And so it's hard. It's a hard balance, but you get it though, because you're facilitating that conversation. Yes.
And it's a challenge, right? Yeah. Like you have to be really cognizant about the direction every single, conversation is going. Yeah. And it's like, okay, this is droning on too long. We got to reel this back in a little bit, you know?
Yeah. And cut them off. Yeah. And the same thing on Wisdom Wednesdays when we do the books. Sometimes it can get long winded and on personalities. Right. And, you try to reel that back in as well. But there's all of this content, right? Over probably close to 300 episodes just on Geoholics, right? Between all the Geoholics Anonymouses that were done over the years. And so, we're episode 170-ish on Mentoring Mondays. And then you have another, we just finished Wisdom Wednesdays last night, our 4th book. And so you have another, 75 episodes of Wisdom Wednesdays. Like there's so much.
Have you ever recorded an episode while doing a half marathon? Because I'm just curious where you fit in all these activities.
There's more than one Trent. That's how he does it.
I know. I'm telling you.
I'm not sure which one's here with us tonight.
I did. So last night, LSAW, Land Surveyors Association of Washington, had a kind of a workforce roundtable happy hour, and I had as we were doing Wisdom Wednesday, I had my earpod in on one side, and I did put in the chat. I'm like, I'm only here to listen. I'm still doing Wisdom Wednesdays at the same time, so I'm not gonna lie. That's
the ultimate multitasking.
Literally phoned it in.
It was a little difficult, but it was. There was some great conversation, and it's unfortunate. Their whole conversation was on workforce development, and LSAW has close to 1,000 members, and it was unfortunate, but there was only 10 people on there last night.
Wow. 1,000 members is a good.
It's a healthy
group. Yeah.
Very, very healthy association. But it's these conversations with workforce, right? There's only very minute people that are interested in progressing the profession. So when it comes to workforce conversations, and 10 out of 1,000 members last night, unfortunately.
You know what? I had a really interesting conversation with a friend of a friend a couple of weeks ago, and she works at a high school here locally, and she oversees the transition program, like helping high school kids, get into different career paths, kind of like a guidance counselor, but a little bit different. And I was telling her about the challenges that we have as a profession, and she's like, you guys are doing it wrong. I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, you got to get to the parents. Yeah. That's who you got to talk to. Correct. Because the parents are so influential on the direction that the kids go. And the kids you can show the kids, but they're not, unless they go home and tell their parents about it, it's just going to fall by the wayside. No. So I thought that was really interesting to look at it from that perspective.
So where do the parents hang out?
CJ Tallies. I don't know.
No, that's where you hang out.
That place is still open?
No, it's not. That's a whole other story.
That's a conversation, as on NSPS workforce development committees that we've had of polling. My ultimate goal, this year, as we get into this coming fall school year, is polling all of the college students at this point, whoever we can get to fill out, some type of survey monkey. And how did you pick this profession? Right. And because right now we're just doing this massive shotgun effect of mass marketing, well, really not even mass marketing, right? Just mass, getting out in front of career fairs and those kind of things. And so how do we pinpoint how they got into the profession? That's where we need to find. And so that's my goal, coming this fall school year. And, I work real close with Seneca Holland, and she's the education committee chair for NSPS as well. And so she's gonna, between the two of us, our two committees, we're gonna find a way to kind of poll college students and figure out how we can do that. And that's only one slice, of course, right? There's still just the traditional second careers and those kind of things. But if we can kind of maybe pinpoint how we get college students. started. Right?
Sure.
Started. So
Yeah. One of the things that I am most proud of when it comes to the podcast is probably pretty much from day one. Well, actually, episode 6. It's been about adding value and making friends, right? Glenn Abramowski,
there you
right?
go. Yep.
He coined the phrase. Remember, because he was talking about he's like, I think it was the mantra question.
That was
actually.
where we,
it was the mantra question. He's like, he worked for Boeing. He's legally blind, aerospace engineer. Blah, blah, blah.
I remember. I remember this one. Yeah.
won a gold medal downhill skiing.
Downhill
Oh my
skiing.
gosh.
I mean, just an amazing human being. And mantra, he goes, if I can add value and make a new friend every single day, it's the full day, right? So we're like, add value, make friends.
It's
from
that simple.
day.
Yeah.
It's been part of the show,
and it works.
and we've maintained it.
Absolutely.
We use it all the time, and I feel like we probably owe them some royalties or something, but I'm not sure.
Looking for back pay.
You let me know where those royalties are to share.
Yeah,
and
right.
I'll
Exactly.
get right on that.
Yeah.
Well, that's what my wife says. I think we were hanging out one time, and I think we had the idea, instead of the Geoholics tattoo, we would tattoo add value on one arm and make friends on the other. So when you go and shake somebody's hand, you can see, add value, make friends.
That's cool.
Right. Yeah,
That is cool.
Exactly.
She does not think it's cool.
Wow, she has tattoos. What are you talking about?
But I think, that's the whole thing with tattoos, right? There is something behind someone's tattoo, right? They don't, randomly, do they just get a tattoo?
Right. Yeah.
It's a commitment.
It's a commitment.
Think about it before you do it, right?
I was going to say my daughter probably has $25,000 in tattoos on her.
She's got some amazing
tattoos, but the amount of money that she spent on tattoos is unreal. But that's one thing. As a parent, we're never going to pay for it. We're not paying for your tattoos.
You got to draw the line somewhere.
That's right.
Yes. But one of the things, I think that unfortunately, as a survey profession, there's a lot of arrogance, a lot of egos.
Oh yeah,
right. And I think the whole add value, make friends thing, like puts all, like from our perspective, anyways, puts that all to rest. It's like we are humbling ourselves, and our true objective with this podcast is to add value and make friends. So it's kind of refreshing from that perspective.
Yeah.
And from like what Trent was saying about, only 10 people showing up out of 1,000. I think the people that listen to this podcast actually are passionate.
Yes.
So that definitely has added to the growth of this.
Absolutely.
Like yourself.
For sure.
Well, and I think it fits with the industry that we're working in, because across all the, especially in the AEC business, it seems like those in the survey and the geomatics or the geospatial department, division, whatever, they're more passionate about what they do than I think most other disciplines are.
1,000%.
The question is, why do you think that is?
I don't know. That's a really good question. I just think people in the industry, just take a tremendous amount of pride in what they do.
Agreed.
Maybe it's.
Do you think they take more pride in what they do than others in a similar type of roles?
Maybe.
Really?
Yeah.
And maybe they're just a little louder about it.
Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah. I think, surveying is such like a specialized career choice, right? And how many people have we talked to? Not one person, I won't say not one, but a small percentage of people get out of high school and their intent is to be a surveyor.
Oh,
right.
Yeah.
That was me.
Small percentage.
That's right.
Small percentage. It's like, everybody
and then take out that percentage of those who their dads were surveyors,
right?
Because that's okay. If it wasn't the family part of it, then what would drive you into that business?
Yeah, my question is and I'm guilty of it, but once you get introduced to the profession and you allow yourself to get entrenched in it, it's it gets in your blood and it's hard to get out of it, right? There was a point where I thought maybe I would leave the profession, 2008 when the frickin' economy tanked, right? But I was like, I don't know anything different. This is all I freaking know.
Yeah. I started in the business when I was 19 years old, and this is my 31st year. So, it's insane. Yeah.
Are you 50?
I will be 50 in 26 days.
Oh my gosh. We need to have a TK 50th something. Something. Are you having something?
I will be.
Not that there's probably a surprise party.
No, because I'm going to be in Ireland. And it's a twofold. So my wife turned 50 this year as well. And so we're going to Ireland, playing golf. But the kicker is Metallica's playing in Dublin.
Yes. Are you going?
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
That was love it. There was the golf and Metallica. Those are the two
I
reasons
like what
we're
you
going
did
to.
there. You get a little bit of you. She gets a little bit of what she wants to do. See, you got to have that balance. That's perfect.
The first time
that's awesome.
I took her to Metallica for her 40th. That was the first time she ever saw him in person. And so, I don't know. We've seen him probably 8 or 9 times now, but and even this season or this this tour is still, I mean, one we've seen a couple of times already, but whatever. Really? But it's going to be in Dublin, so it's a whole nother level. Right?
Yeah.
So
to see a show like that in another country,
that's
going to be ridiculous.
Well, as a Vegas guy, the Sphere with Metallica.
So that was that's part of the joke was I could go to Ireland and go do golfing and do all this other stuff and go see Metallica in Dublin cheaper than I can buy 2 tickets to go see them in the Sphere
down the streets. Yeah,
crazy.
In theory, I mean, obviously in theory, and it's honestly not that far off, but
for sure.
Eventually, maybe when the newness dies down off of the Sphere and the Metallica, we'll definitely go see him. We'll have to bite the bullet, but but it was the joke of I'll go to Dublin and see him and spend half the money.
Exactly. Hey, it's worth it.
Insane.
Enjoy it.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Get some golf out of the deal.
Yeah,
now you're just speaking my language.
Yeah, and we went to Ireland in 2017, so it'll be fun.
On my bucket list for sure.
Yeah, it's great.
Shoots, what like early days stuff? Like what resonates with you? Like what are some of your takeaways? What are some things that stick out to you?
It's definitely much more of a professional operation now than it was when we started. All of this compared to where we began, you can't even imagine that. Like you said, thinking about 10,000 downloads back in the day was a craziness. Right. I mean, where are you at now? Yeah. Would have never anticipated that.
Never anticipated. Ever.
But like I said, like somebody like Trent that just right from the beginning latched on and enjoyed it, been a participant. Yep. It's way more than I ever expected as far as the community that got behind you.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And then just, starting it out with those local, it was whoever we knew. We were just calling buddies. Hey, you want to be on the podcast? And now you guys are doing guests all around the world.
Yeah.
And remote shows.
Right.
Way more than we ever anticipated when we started this.
We couldn't anticipate any of this.
Yes. So, talking about Abe.
Yes.
From the beginning, how did we come out of the gates that hot? With Abraham Lincoln? Where do you go from there?
Well, remember I said, I'm like, we have to make a splash.
Yes. That is a good one.
Like, I don't know where we're going to get Abe from. And then I just Googled Abe Lincoln, Arizona. And I'm like, hold on a second.
That guy was awesome,
There's
too.
a guy in Arizona. Yeah, he was good. He was very good. He was like a historian about
My question is, how did you convince him to be on a podcast with 0 listeners and you've never done this before?
I just reached out to him. I'm like, hey, we're starting a podcast and Abe Lincoln's my hero. I'd love for you to be on. And he's like, okay. But no, like his job, though.
Did you catch him on a slow week or something?
Is the Abe Lincoln business busy?
Yeah, I don't know. Hey, I'm sure around July 4th and President's Day.
He's making bank on those days.
Yeah.
But he's a local attorney. Like his side gig was doing Abe Lincoln appearances and stuff like that.
So I guess everybody has a little side gig.
Yeah. It sounds like a Vegas Elvis.
Yes, exactly. He's the Phoenix Abe Lincoln.
But Phoenix Abe Lincoln is just one of the last places you would associate with, right?
Oh, so funny.
That is awesome. Yeah.
So funny.
Yeah, no, just the movement of everything that we building all this equipment and figuring it all out and just the evolution of it is pretty impressive. Considering I haven't been here in a long time with you guys, it's impressive to see what you've.
Well, we thought it was impressive then. Like producer Jake, if it wasn't, let's be honest. If it wasn't for producer Jake, none of us would be sitting here right now.
Correct. 0%
And I reached out to him today, as a matter of fact, and I'm like, hey, we're getting the band back together. I'd love for you to make a guest crazy appearance. He's like, oh my God, I can't do it tonight, but tell everyone I said, hey, blah, blah, blah. And I messaged back like, dude, we wouldn't be here right now if it wasn't for you.
100%.
That's the honest to God truth.
Yeah, we had no idea with any of this stuff. When he was setting it all up, we just looked at it like it was completely foreign and said, okay, we trust you.
Yeah.
It worked out.
We still don't know really what's going on.
Do we have
all sound effects and everything? You guys got it dialed in yet?
Not dialed in, but
Yes. Oh.
Not dialed in yet.
He wanted to use it so bad.
Yes.
When we got that soundboard, well, not that one, but the first one, and it had like those built-in sound effects, you're like, oh my God.
Can I just hit the button anytime, just
Yeah.
randomly?
You want to be Kramer? Or what?
you want
Yeah, exactly. Just, there you go.
So funny.
The problem is they're not labeled. I have no idea. I can remember what they were.
Yeah, that was a complete guess. I just knew that one was on this side. I couldn't remember.
Closest one to him.
Yeah, exactly.
So
my gosh.
funny.
I love it. We haven't even got to like one question yet.
I know.
Really.
I'm looking at
I
the
love
questions right now. I'm like, one of these I got to go with.
I do have a question for this group.
Go for it.
Because we're working on our company, next big meeting, and one of those big questions is, kind of what's our 5-year plan?
Love it.
So an open discussion with us would be, what's the 5-year plan for the Geoholics?
Yeah, that's a great question.
And let's consider some facts here. So 5 years ago, it was about episode 50. It was about 1,000, maybe 500 downloads, an episode. Now it's 10x that. It's about 5,000 downloads an episode.
Nice.
And in that 5-year span. So what do you see in 5 years from now? If we can somehow keep this momentum going.
Yeah.
And we have the support from all our great sponsors to allow us to do this.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think that we can maintain what we have, right? But in order to grow it, I think we need to get a little bit higher profile guests in the queue, right?
Present company excluded.
Of course.
Yeah.
Not this riff-raff in here.
No offense taken.
No, relative guests. Like one of the questions we had down, like a little bit further down that was on there was like, who's one guest that you'd love to see on the Geoholics? Like for me, it's Mike Rowe, right?
Sure.
And I've reached out to him.
Is that the dirty job guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like big trades guy, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And like he is he's still on my target list, right?
Agreed.
So for me, it's like you get somebody like that on, it gives you a little bit different exposure, right?
Absolutely.
Takes you to another level potentially.
But it fits his passion.
Yeah. I think if we keep doing what we're doing from a theoretical approach, we can maintain, but we're going to have to continue to push the limits a little bit more, not in a bad way, but in a positive way.
Yeah.
Like, what can we do differently? How can we promote things maybe a little bit better by doing this? I mean, I don't know. It's like my brain's going 24 hours a day, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and a lot of it.
But the question is, where is it going? Or just in circles?
We didn't know it was going to get here.
Oh,
Right?
no, I understand that.
So I don't know what it's going to be in 5 years. It's like, I think if we're consistent, which we are week in and week out, and, we get more exposed. Like I can tell, like just over the last, I'm going to say this and he's going to get a big head, but over the last 3 years, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at that grin.
Timing matches up.
Bastard.
Since PS.
Yes, exactly. It's like there is a noticeable trajectory that has changed, right? And it continues to go in a positive direction.
Yeah, but I think a lot of that is just based on previous momentum, and then just
I totally agree. Yeah,
catching it at the right time.
Getting out and being able to go to some of these amazing conferences, InterGeo in Germany for the last 3 years. We'll go again this year. That's amazing exposure for the show, right? Yeah. It's like it's a snowball.
You just want to let
snowball.
The best part is it's been grown organically, right?
Totally organically. Yes.
There was no expectations. And which is why, and that's why it's where it is now, because there hasn't been expectations. There hasn't been goals and a business plan and those kind of things that had been put together to put the value to it, right? Like it's just, everybody's been behind it and it's grown organically.
That's the beauty of it though, too. Because if I sat here and said 5 years from now, we're going to have, 100,000 downloads an episode, blah, blah, blah. And then you don't get there. It's a disappointment. It's like, I don't want to expect anything 5 years from now. Yeah. As long as we still enjoy doing it. Like I still get amped up every single podcast day, right? It's like butterflies get going a little bit before the show, and it's like, it's still so much fun to me. It's something I totally look forward to. I've
got a couple too. I think I have two, one that have been in my head for the last year. And one of them is, and talking about Mentoring Mondays kind of is relevant because I think there's the opportunity for spinoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's even
Totally
if we,
agree.
it's like, oh, okay, well, we talk about this every week, but what if we wanted to focus on this one thing and don't want, and maybe it's just a storytelling hour you do want to, just some sort of, other adjacent platform, but we can associate with ourselves and still keep our brand, our stuff consistent and get some more content out there and do some other things. And the other thing is, I think we're going to have, as we continue to go, especially in 5 years, our content is mainly going to be driven by others that want to promote good things, good causes. And I think as we get it more into the future leaders and the women in survey and all these other kids and, get kids and all these other things, I think that's going to dominate most of what we do.
Yeah.
Because it's promoting new mentorship programs and YSN and all these things. That's going to be the focus. So then I circle back to then there's going to have to be spinoffs of more fun stuff. Where it's just, finding somebody to tell stories for an hour. Yep. And then we're going to, and then there's going to be multiple teams and it just kind of go. Because the thing I was thinking of is I was at this golf tournament last week for, it was at, Arizona Grand. And these, I don't know if you guys have been to these scrambles before, but they have these guys that are in this comedy tour and they do stand-up comedy at one hole. That's awesome. And all they do is heckle people.
Hilarious.
And they just make fun of them. And it's like the guy was saying, it started around COVID. It was like a couple comedians and now there's like 30 nationwide and they do like 3 tournaments a day all over the country. And it just kind of spawned from there. And I was like, that's something that I'm sure happened organically. And they all do it for, they said last year that group raised like $2.5 million for all the different charities for all the places that they go.
That's cool.
That's what really catches it when you start doing something meaningful and it has some little bit of entertainment teeth behind it. Then it just kind of really goes. And I think I see ourselves, we just naturally steer more towards those causes, I should say, or I don't know a better word for it, but
I totally agree with you. It's like, it's 7 years worth of hard work and consistency that's gotten us to this point. So now we have a brand, a respected brand, and we have a platform, right? And it's like, but if you have those two things, you can do a lot with that,
right?
You just got to be selective about what you want to do with, having those assets because,
what do you think, Trent?
There's value there.
Yeah, no, I mean, it goes back to obviously think about the, the kind of like cross pollination that we did in March, right? With, Future Surveyors Foundation, what we did with Anna and we did the Beyond the Boundary Lines and we did that kind of roundtable conversation, right? About the allies and that kind of thing. And I think, it would be, we had such, and I say we because I was on a couple of them, but there was such great energy and great conversations on the Geoholics Anonymous ones. Yeah. And
I remember that. Those are great.
And those were so good. And I think, going back to that kind of, cross themed would be, we were doing the roundtable Tuesdays and, we just would, honestly, we wouldn't get more than 10, 12 people on a Tuesday night. Like it was just kind of random. And so I feel like, if that was something that we could brand those two type of things together, totally right? It's no different. We have Mentoring Mondays, the Roundtable Tuesdays, Wisdom Wednesdays. I jokingly say I want to do, and I've said it many, many times, but I want to do a CST Thursdays, which would be just study groups for those, technicians looking to upskill themselves. There's only so many days in a week and so many days in a month, but
you have more than other people. So
for some reason I make do with a lot of time, but those are some of my brainchilds as well. And I just think all of this, content is amazing and it's been grown organically. And at some point I do feel like, we have to put some initiatives together because kind of like what you talked about, right? We're just going to keep talking in circles, right?
Right.
And so at some point there needs to be initiatives together. I played this week in a charity golf tournament. It was for Nevada Broadcasters Association, and it was for raising scholarships for reporters and those in journalism and that kind of stuff, right? Which wasn't what that's what you're. Yeah, that's how we ended up here. But their scholarships, they give a full ride. So anybody who earns the scholarship is a full ride for books and classes. And they can pick between UNLV and UNR, but that's cool. They don't pay for room and board if you go out of state or out of out of the city or whatever, but it's a full
Right.
ride. And so I think those are some of the initiatives I think that we can probably start building on and putting together. I mean, I know that was the passion of United of Arizona and some of those things that you started years and years ago. Right. Bringing up all
good
kinds
old
of
days. Yeah.
bringing up all kinds of stuff at this point, but we have to get to more initiatives in kind of goal oriented focus rather than, to your point, talking.
I think you nailed it right there. They have to be focused, right? They can't be like another initiative, right? And there's another initiative. It's like, okay, where's the value add, right?
Exactly.
And like,
how many friends are we adding?
How many friends are we making?
Yes.
But it's like, who is this appealing to, right? But no, I agree with what you're saying. I agree with what you're saying.
Shoots, what do you think?
So to go off your point, expanding instead of the Geoholics podcast alone, is it the Geoholics network you guys are looking to grow? Is it? Well, I know if you try and come up with another show, you're going to have a different host than Kent. I don't know if he'll allow that.
He would be ecstatic, but that person's got to be freaking amazing.
Yeah.
Setting the bar low.
I was thinking.
But no, we considered like the Geoholics Consulting Group, right?
Yeah, right.
We started something like that because we were thinking about like, there's more we can do with this. There's no doubt about it. But the challenge is, it's like, we're tapped out. Like from a time
only
perspective,
so much time in a day.
We're tapped out. So it's going to require bringing more people into, that formula.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Yeah. And you've built an amazing team, right? Organically over the years. And so many, SMEs, right? Subject matter experts that you've been able to bring in and on the show at so many different times. And so, we just have to, going back to your point of getting Mike Rowe on here, and that would take, it would take the entire surveying profession, let alone the Geoholics, to another level, right? And bringing that exposure and getting him to understand the importance of the surveying profession and where we are demographically within the profession. And I'm sure he knows that. Obviously he's, it's no different. It probably mirrors every trade in the United States, right? And as the baby boomers, every baby boomer now is 62. And so, the clock's ticking on that institutional knowledge that's about to expire and leave the profession. And so we need that somehow, some way. And I think those are the initiatives. Something like that is an initiative that needs to be brought to the forefront. Yeah. So
good segue.
Got to tell you about our friends at Diamondback Land Surveying. DBLS was born out of a vision to create a company that would redefine excellence in the land surveying profession.
Our good friend Trent Keenan definitely does that.
That he does.
Today, they stand proud, having transformed that vision into a reality. Over the years, they have not only shaped the landscape of our industry, but also forged lasting relationships with our cherished clients, supportive friends, and invaluable employees.
Looking ahead, the future is bright for Diamondback Land Surveying. They stand poised to embrace new technologies, adopt innovative methodologies, and continue pushing the boundaries of excellence in our field.
To find out more, go to diamondbacklandsurveying.com. Hexagon, one of the new kids on the block.
That's right. Well, for us.
For us, yes. Hexagon is the global leader in digital reality solutions combining sensor, software, and autonomous technologies.
Yeah, their solutions free their customers to harness the rapidly increasing amounts of data, putting it to work to boost efficiency, productivity, quality, and safety across industrial, manufacturing, infrastructure, public sector, and mobility applications.
Hexagon's strategy targets the rapidly widening gap between the enormous amounts of data being created and the world's ability to harness it. To find out more, visit hexagon.com. So when it comes to, the surveying profession, what do you love about it? And what still drives you crazy about it?
I love the tech side of it. I love the judgment side of it. Understanding, and that's the difference. And I think, Sean had said, how does this tech thing turn into tonight? Well, button pushers don't understand the judgment side of it, right? They're just collecting the data. We're collecting data so fast now.
But we're also guilty of creating those button pushers.
Correct. Because we're we're creating.
And when I say we,
we
I
fail
mean
as a profession. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, as a profession, we fail to create the training needed to continue that. But so what I love is the passion. I love the tech. I love the judgment. What the judgment that we put on a monument today is going to last my entire life, right? And so those things are the important side of things. What drives me crazy is the lack of the training, the training runways, the training path, the career path that we're doing. I have an email that I was reading today at the airport, and a gentleman was looking to move to the next step in his career, and he went to a new firm, and he's like, I have 5 years of experience. I want to kind of, go to another firm and learn some additional stuff and, try to take me to a crew chief level or whatever, right? Like he's 5 years in the profession. And so he gets hired on and he tells him, I've never been alone and I've never done this job by myself. I've always been a kind of a tech. And so they throw him out as a one-man crew, and they give him, really no training, no anything. And
I think that's really common, unfortunately.
And that's where I was going to go is, and he was essentially in his email, he was fired after 2 months because of lack of understanding how to do the job. And he's, to his point, it was like, I told you when you hired me, I'm looking for training and I want, I want to be better. Yeah. And I was hoping that, this particular firm would be able to provide me that. And like you said, that's what's happening all throughout the profession. We're not onboarding correctly. We're not providing mentors right from the get-go. We're not, providing that career goal growth. We're not providing that clear career path. Right.
Trent, this is not a survey problem.
No, it's a society. It's a society problem, right? Yeah.
It just kind of what my point was before. It seems like you guys like you appear to be more passionate about the development of the people in the profession than other departments or divisions in the AEC space. Is my observation.
Sure.
Yeah. Because it's all about the bottom line, right? Like so many survey companies, they've gone to one person crews, right? And what do you do? I mean, when you give a one person crew, obviously there's no mentoring happening.
Nope.
It's like, how is the next guy up going to learn in those situations?
But should the client pay for that?
No, I'm not saying that. Okay. No way am I saying that. No.
Just
this is a problem.
Don't give me that look, Trent.
That goes like a hole down another path.
In a roundabout way, yes, but not directly.
So the survey side of it, people aren't necessarily seeing the benefit of the training to these people. They're not willing to take the hit.
Yeah. Yes.
And take that financial hit to teach somebody because is it a fear that they're just going to jump ship and go somewhere else as soon as they get trained?
There's so much that goes into that. I mean, that's a really good point, right? Like Trent, I mean, you guys, maybe just because it's always in the forefront of my social media and everything, but you guys do more to do training. Like if you got a rain day or if you got something, it's like, okay, when we're training guys today, you got Rob Moore's out there training guys, doing guys. When I say guys, just FYI, I mean guys and gals, humans.
We've had high school students, interns, female interns. Yep.
Well, there you go.
Yep.
And it's like you're probably in, I'm guessing maybe the 10% of companies that actually are passionate and committed to doing that.
Yeah.
The other companies are we're at it's all about the bottom line.
Mm-hmm. It's raining. We're not working. Go home.
Yes, exactly. And then you have you've got this, companies, all these companies are getting bought out now, right? These large companies are buying out all these smaller companies, more than ever it's happening.
Yep.
And then you get private equity involved, right? Yep. Private equity comes in and buys a company. They don't care if you got one person crews or 2 person crews. They want you to have 1 person crews because it's all about the bottom line.
Yep.
So it's like a recipe for disaster.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, just in general, we promote ourselves on that, and everybody's, are you worried about people leaving? And it's you take care of them, they're not going to leave, right? And that comes from monetary value.
But at what cost? What cost?
It comes with a very large cost, right?
Yes.
That comes with the pay scale. It comes with the benefit package. It comes with I've openly talked about it many times where we do the whole 980s. They're off every other Friday.
Yep.
There's the work-life balance that we've built into it. We do training during their time. This is the big one that the cultural shift on the profession needs to change is training on company hours, right? And that's the only way you have to do it. Like come in on your day off, come in on a Saturday. Not going to happen. Right.
Yeah, but it's just like you can't ask anybody to do that. Right.
Yeah.
But you're hoping to find the people that are like, hey, I'll come in on a Saturday and learn whatever you want me to. It's like it's such a slippery slope.
That was the old
that was the old
generation.
Let me ask the question, what's in it for me?
Yeah.
Why would I come in on Saturday and learn more?
You as the
I'm the guy that is trying to learn more.
Yeah.
But
you want to come in without getting paid?
Why would I do that?
That's what I'm saying. Wouldn't you anticipate the pay down the road?
Correct. That was what the old skill. That was the old.
Why mentality. Do I have to anticipate the pay? Why isn't Trent saying you get this, you earn this, you do these things, you earn this?
That's the clear path.
And should you be required to do that on your own time, or should it be your responsibility to develop this?
But legally, Trent can't say, "Hey, you guys come in on a Saturday, I'll give you $100 Buffalo Wild Wings gift card."
Yeah. No,
I don't think that you can do that.
No.
Oh, you can do whatever you want.
What if you just happen to leave one on the table?
Yeah.
There are ways around these things.
That's the way they do it in New York.
Exactly.
Yes.
But what he can't do is pay them only in $100 gift cards and then not pay the payroll tax that goes along with it and everything else. Like he can't only compensate them, but he can sweeten the deal. And as long as they don't claim it on their taxes, I don't think anyone's going to come and beat down your door.
We're in a really sensitive society right now.
And that's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
That's where we're at. And that's why there needs to be a cultural shift, right? Like within the profession. And I'm sure it's for everything. I mean, it's not just surveying. Let's be real. But we need to, the training needs to happen.
Yeah, but
on company time.
Trying to do more with less.
But I got to jump in here. I don't disagree. What I don't understand is, there's no such thing as a cultural shift. It doesn't just go on this direction and then take an exit. Like it has to, it has to veer off it has to slowly piece away. Like
it's a gradual shift.
It's it's not an immediate shift. So what is that first thing if we need to shift that cultural idea,
the first,
what's the first step? Who's the sacrificial lamb? What do how do you get that? You start that new path and everyone goes down it. What's that first step?
Yeah. And I'm big on this. Like if you don't come with ideas, like if you want to complain,
don't say something.
Come with a solution.
Come with the solutions. Right. And so in that, I would say first off, when we're recruiting the profession and recruiting those coming into the profession is creating that clear path. What is it going to take to go from me as button pusher to licensure, or if they don't want to be licensed, a CST level 4 or something, right? Like depending on what state they're in.
Sure.
It doesn't matter. Education, no education, whatever.
Yeah.
Providing that clear path and then providing benchmarks. After 6 months, you should know this and your pay will be this. After 12 months, you should know this, and it goes, that is our clear path that we have to start with.
So do you have that for your staff?
I have something.
I'm not calling you out, but I am.
You're good. Yeah, no, you're good. But I don't in that instance only because it's the shift that we're talking about, right? Yeah. And I have the bulk of our staff. We're probably close to, I don't know, we're almost 80% over the 5-year mark, right? That have been with us for 5 years or more. So,
which is both good and bad because you have an awesome team and you have great people and they stick with you, which says so many things about what you're doing.
Right.
But then when you got to have, you got to have a mix, if everyone is here.
Yeah. And for us, it's that strategic planning too, right? Who's going to take over for X, Y, and Z when they start to walk out the door. So, but to go back to your point is the clear path. The wage is the clear path for what benchmarks they should know after so many years. And that was something that I kind of created, as an NSPS committee. We created the crew guide and within there is benchmarks. Within there is, things for local, small business owners to be able to implement. And that's some type of mentoring programs, or it's resources for those that want to take the CST level 1 or want to take the FS and PS and those kind of things. We have a crew guide within the NSPS Workforce Development Committee, and that will help you create some of those benchmarks. And so
Yeah.
And that's a
Those
big
are the-
thing because
those-
that's what
yeah.
most people, everybody is looking for what you're talking about.
Yes.
That sounds great. I can't do it myself.
Yeah.
Does DEA do something? If I just got a job as a survey assistant with DEA, would you, as the market leader, present me with a clear career path to get me to licensure?
Yeah, I would be like, and like, this is going to be my response to you. It's like, I've spent the last 3.5 years working with survey crews in California.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We're a union shop.
Yeah.
I've never felt more strongly about the unions than I do right now. Because in California, there is a structure. Oh my gosh. And like their training is legit. Right. And I'm like, I'm not a union person necessarily, but they have a path to success.
Correct.
You know, and like these folks are making really good money. I think our highest paid crew chief in California is making almost like $80 an hour. You know, it's ridiculous, but
it includes benefit package, but yes.
Yes. But they're like,
but those are good benefits.
There's a path to, there's a clear path, right?
Yes, sir.
Whereas like in the private, in the private sector, I don't know. I mean, I guess that for lack of a better word, in the private, there's no clear path to success, right? It's like, it's really, really hard. And like a lot of companies are just bottom line.
Correct.
Like so many companies are getting bought up by private equity. You know, it's like bottom line. How are you going to get to the bottom line? How can you do this cheaper? How can you do this better? How can you make more money?
But you're never going to get away from that.
No,
it's not like you're going to, I have a different idea. Don't think about the bottom line. Think about this.
Like everybody should be thinking about the bottom line.
Right.
But like, it's not good for our profession is what I'm saying.
Can you give up a couple of percentage of profits?
No, never.
For success.
You will never convince anybody to give up a couple.
So the whole thing is
your expectation is to do both.
One person cruise. Everything is going towards one person cruise.
I'm not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you need to achieve both. In my experience, you need to achieve both. You have to hit those targets and develop people and do all those things. That's the challenge.
Hard.
And if you say that's impossible,
that's hard.
It is. It is not impossible because I've built an entire business.
I know you have.
Years. And so I am going to tell you, it is.
You can make money and do it at the same time.
You can do it, and to my point. So, we had obviously the 1 October shooting. It happened in Las Vegas, right?
Yeah.
And now it's been 9 years ago.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
So 2027 will be the 10-year anniversary.
That's crazy.
There was a bid that came out from a GC that says, "Hey, this is our project. Anybody who's interested in, any kind of donations, will be kind of recognized or whatever." And I immediately responded within minutes and saying, "We're going to do the entire surveying for the entire project for free, right?" And we haven't had the greatest year when it comes to construction, or even like we talked about earlier, like it's just kind of been just enough, but I don't care. Like I'm going to do that for the community, one for the profession, any of that kind of stuff. And then be able to, in that, right, kind of goes back to the goodwill. All of a sudden this week, I mean, that was last Friday saying we're going to do it for free. And all of a sudden this week, we've gotten $250,000 in new work, right? Like, and so when you put yourself give to get. And when you put yourself out there, things will, positive energy, all that kind of stuff. Right. And and we've done so much pro bono work. Any kind of charity. I mean, we did it, United Way had a question about a wall that was built. Yeah. I'm going to do it for free. If it's a 501c3, there's a 90%, 95% chance we're doing it for free, or, a 50% discount. You
do realize a lot, not a lot, but some people listen to the show and they're going to hear you say that. And then you're going to get a lot of phone calls.
That's okay. It's okay.
And you keep that karma train rolling.
That's awesome. I don't care. Yeah.
That's awesome.
But those are the things, like you said, give to get back. And those are the things.
Give to get, for sure.
Yeah.
I asked for some cool questions, but Shoots, go ahead.
Real quick, with your experience with the union crews, there's always those people that take advantage of it and just show up and get their pay raises as they come and don't put the work in. Have you had that experience, or are they actually dedicated?
They're very dedicated.
Good team?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. And David Evans is a little bit different because we hire them. They're like David Evans employees. So they get the union benefits, of course, but they also can benefit from being a David Evans employee. I don't know how else to explain it.
And it's more consistent, like they're there.
Oh, yeah.
It's not,
Honestly, I would put our 4 field crews up against any field crew any field crews I've ever worked with. Like,
sounds like a challenge over there, buddy.
Legit.
Yeah.
No,
of course.
It's I like, oh my God, these guys are freaking amazing. Yeah.
Does DEA have offices in South Bay, San Francisco area?
Nope.
Okay. And so the only reason I bring that up is because I have another email that a gentleman wants to get into the profession and he lives in the South Bay area.
Yeah.
And he went to the local union and he missed the ability to get into this
But
apprentice program. So
I can offline, I'll give you a referral.
perfect.
Yep.
And as far as like when it comes to surveyors, the younger generation coming into it, like you were saying, lay it out, this time, this goal.
Yeah.
Most of these kids are coming out of school in some way or another. That's what they're used to. It's basically you're setting up a semester for them.
Mm-hmm.
You do this, you get this. You get your grade at the end as a pay raise.
That's the way it should be.
And that would be
At this point,
it seems so simple.
Clear
Yeah.
expectations.
Well, and
Yes.
I think that's also a generational thing. I think
Yes.
I think I mentioned it before. The kids coming out of school these days need structure. They want structure.
You've said that so many times.
And I am telling you, it is still happening. Like they want, I do this, I get this, I do this, and they will do it, but they have to see the path.
Yep.
I think the previous generation they didn't want to be constrained and they kind of did their thing and, feel themselves out. I wrongly initially approached a lot of the next generation with the same mindset, and it was a mistake. It's nope.
Yep.
You need titles. You need, you're a 1 and then you're a 2 and then you're a 3 and they will bang it out.
Yep.
So I have some questions.
We're over an hour in. And
I know.
You just have your first question.
And I'm deviating here.
I love it.
If surveying didn't exist, what would you do for a living?
Where are you going to start?
You.
He's starting with you right off the bat.
Why are you looking at me, blue eyes?
Throwing those darts
What
at
would
you.
I do if I wasn't a surveyor? That's a really good question.
No. If you not if you weren't a surveyor, if surveying didn't exist, it wasn't even an option.
Wasn't even an option. I'd be an architect. Yeah. Be a designer.
Anyone else here buy that? 'Cause no one sees you.
You were an architect.
No one sees you at all as creative.
My degree is on
I remember
architecture.
this. We went over this many years ago.
That is, just because your degree happened to be architecture, you really think that's what you'd be doing for a living right now?
Oh man. Probably not, because there's not a lot of money in architecture right
Well, and think about it this way. With your age now, if you could go back in time, what would you want to do? What would you change?
I'd be a paper boy.
Yes.
I
I started that when I was 11.
a little bit of a dying profession there.
VCR technician. Trent, if surveying didn't exist, what would you be
These are
doing?
good questions.
I love these kind of questions. Yeah. Honestly, only because I've done enough of it when I had my cabin up in Utah and that kind of stuff. But I would be a photographer. And only because, it's funny. And I realized that I love photography because it is number driven.
What? How?
It takes a certain ISO number to be able to create the aperture, all kinds of different numbers. For me, I used to shoot a lot of dark night stuff, right? So that would be exposures. It would be how many seconds that the shutter was open, those kind of things, right? Those all play into like this perfect picture.
Is that why some of the photographers that they take a picture and then they look at it and then they're looking at it for a while and then they fiddle with some knobs and then
correct.
It sounds really complicated.
I know.
You know what? I got
it's
another
number
answer
driven.
for you.
So
what's that?
I got
he's got a
another
better
answer.
Oh, you've had a chance to think about it?
Yeah.
Well, let me
Once the baby blues were off of him, he could think clearly.
You threw me off there. I would be a professional dart player.
Oh,
Dude, those guys are rock stars. That guy that comes out to like Bulletproof, have you seen that?
Yes.
Oh, he's amazing.
He's incredible.
Rides the crowd.
Yes.
All you're doing is throwing darts.
That's the best.
And it's a full arena sold out.
And I'm fucking good at it.
Zero chance.
I mean, Shoots
there's
Shoots is going to be
nothing
cornhole.
athletic in your future. Shoots, what about you?
I feel like it's just in my blood. I'm a salesman.
I was going to say,
No
he's a
matter
plumber. He's a
what.
You would
plumber.
just sell something.
He's a plumber.
Yeah, pretty much everything. But if I had to like go back in time with what I know now, I would have practiced golf a lot harder when I was a kid.
Yeah.
But see, you can really practice and really love it and still be terrible.
Yes.
There was that one time that Kent drove the dream. When we all played together.
One of my claim to fame,
the walk
three of us
down,
played together. This guy drove the green. It's like,
that was the most proud I've ever seen somebody walk
walking
down
like
a
a
fairway.
peacock.
All right, I got another one. This one's good.
Ready.
What's one thing younger surveyors are right about that the older generation still fights?
the lack of providing expertise. Like the kids want to learn, but the old guard don't want to teach.
They think they should already know that.
Correct. Because they have a 4-year degree and they've already got it and they should know it. And so that's the
Can you repeat the question? Can you repeat the question?
Sorry.
What's one thing younger surveyors are right about that the older generation still fights?
Technology.
Yeah.
They're much better at it.
Yep.
Using it
we should be
consistently.
using it more. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yep.
Make our work smarter, not harder.
Okay.
Yeah, pulling them all out of the hat.
Hold on. I'm going to go. Can I build
ahead,
on that?
go ahead,
I
go
have
ahead.
to build on that.
I was going to ask, what's a cliche you're tired of hearing?
No, I want to. Okay, work harder, not smarter. But I do have to bring this up because I even brought it up when we were at a conference. So, the Western Regional Conference in Las Vegas in March. My daughter and I are getting ready to put the whole hospitality suite together, and so we're loading all the coolers and getting all that kind of stuff ready to go, right? And I load up a cooler full of beer and all kinds of stuff, right? And we're like at the end of the hallway, and the ice machine is at the beginning of the hallway. And I'm ready to take a entire full cooler full of alcohol down to the ice machine.
Yeah.
And my daughter goes, "Why don't you just grab the empty one and fill that and bring it back?"
Freaking genius.
Yeah. And you think you're the smart one.
Yes. But it goes back to, that goes back to listening to the younger generation. I mean, it's something
Being open-minded.
Yes, being open-minded.
No
I
doubt.
use that as a very silly analogy, but it's very direct and to the point. Why don't you just carry the empty cooler down there and bring it back? Like,
hilarious.
so, and it's going to weigh a lot less, right? Like,
Yes, of course.
So you have to be open-minded and listen to that. And it's just a very simple.
All right. Flip side.
Yeah.
What's one thing old school surveyors were absolutely right about?
I'm just going to throw something out for the older generation to the younger. You mentioned it earlier. Every job I've ever had, don't come to me with the answer no. Come to me with any sort of solutions. No is just so quick and ending and you giving up.
Yeah.
Come with solutions. We can discuss it, figure it out. That part drives me nuts about this younger generation.
Yep. I got an answer.
I get to be an old man now. Yes.
How old are you, Shoots?
40. Hit the 4-0 last year.
4-0, 5-0, borderline 6-0.
Whoa.
What are you?
29.
No, whatever.
You don't ever ask a lady her age.
Seriously. A lady or a bald guy never ask their age. I'm somewhere between 35 and 80.
On the survey, he's 35 to 80 in that group.
Yeah. What's your answer?
People matter. People matter.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I'm like, okay, maybe not people, relationships matter. How about that? Because the younger generation is not like so relationship driven, I don't think. You tell me. Because you work with a lot of the younger generation way more than I do.
I do.
Yeah.
They just want you to get to it.
They just want the facts. They just want the facts.
Don't BS me. I'll show up. I'll do what you want. I'll do exactly what you tell me. Don't BS me.
Yeah.
That's what they want.
Yep. If I do this, I get what?
Yep. Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
Can I build on that? Relationships?
Yes. Yeah.
And the only reason I want to build on that is because
and I'm saying they don't like relationships. They want to foster things, but
we have to. And I think that's something that we as a generation, meaning us at the table or whatever, under 40 and under, we're going to go with that, or 40 and over. I got my hair cut today.
No, you did.
It looks great, by the way.
I know, yeah. I go every 2 weeks.
Camera ready, baby.
Hold on a second. First and foremost,
Hold on.
I want to get my hair cut every 2 weeks so freaking bad.
I do.
And you do.
I do.
And he does this with all that other stuff we were talking about that he does.
That's correct.
I can't find the time to do it every 6 months.
The reason I bring this up is that, and
I haven't bought shampoo in 25 years.
I know.
just throwing that out there.
Every time I see you,
When's
I'm
that
like,
last haircut for you? 2 weeks ago?
He's a tough guy.
Oh, man.
every time I see you, I'm like, you lost more hair than I saw last time. But so I'm actually, funny enough, I took a selfie with my hairstylist today, and so she's cut my hair for 20 years as of last week.
That's insane.
And so my post is going to be more so driven from a business standpoint, right? In the business world, people buy from people. They don't buy products, right?
Yep.
And so my analogy with her is, I've had this amazing relationship with her for 20 years. There's not a logo associated with her. There's not anything. I'm showing up every 2 weeks. In the beginning, when I had more hair, it was every 3 weeks. But you have this analogy of like buying from an experience, right? You're buying an experience, and that's no different. Our profession, I've said it 1,000 times. We're a customer service based business, and we are. It needs to be experience driven. We have to solve a problem for the client on the other side of the phone. Yeah. And so, going to that point is our profession. One of the things we have to pass on is it is relationship based. My car deal, my car wash guy, my car dealer, he's washed my cars for the last 16 and a half years, right? Like I've had my insurance agent for 29 years. I've had the same bank for 22 years, 24 years, like 24 years actually. And so I am relationship based. 100%.
So like, I will say this, you're expectation based.
Yes.
Right. Because like you and all the people you just mentioned, mutually agreed upon expectations. Yeah. Like you and that other person in those cases. Yeah. Like when Trent comes in, I know what he expects. Right. When you go in, I know what I expect from them. So that's like you've established mutually agreed upon expectations. All the people you mentioned.
I had some good advice from like one of my first bosses, and it was people do business with people.
Yes.
And that's
people they like.
And that
people they like.
Yeah.
But no matter what, you're not going to do business with an email. Like when it really comes down to it, the guys that do business together, people that do business together, do like it is a one-to-one personal thing. It's not my email. The email replied, and the email accepted the contract, and the email went and didn't. Like no, it is.
That's why
most of the people don't see it, but eventually it comes down to a person and a person.
But you're not going to do business with somebody you don't like.
Of course not.
On a personal level, right?
There's that.
Like you want to do business with somebody you want to hang out with. Yeah. You know this shoots.
Yeah.
And you're in that business now.
The communication, like you said, it's a phone call is so easy.
Yeah.
But not for a lot of younger generation. No. They're texting and emailing.
Screen time. Yeah. They've all grown up with the digital era of screen time. Yeah.
All right. Where do you get the tone of an email?
Tone and
so
email.
much loss in translation there.
We've had
pick up there's the tappy part of the phone versus the talky part. Use the talky part every once in a while, and it'll get you somewhere.
Yeah. I was going to say caps, right? Speaking in caps is like yelling at somebody, right? Like
If you really want to yell at somebody, you should have called them.
Yeah.
All right. Exactly. I want to keep moving. What's the funniest client?
Can I pay you a compliment?
No. Okay. What's the funniest?
I'd rather not.
Client expectation versus reality moment you've experienced. The funniest client expectation versus reality moment you've experienced. I'll give you mine. It was many years ago, and we were doing a geotech investigation for somebody. They owned a small house, or they bought this 2-acre lot, and there was a small house on it, and the existing people hadn't moved out yet, but they wanted to get the thing going. They owned the property. They had, quote, gotten permission, and our guy was out there drilling a hole in the guy's backyard, and he grabbed a shotgun and cocked it and was like, "Get off my property." And I called the lady. I'm like, "Hey, our guy's left because the guy was like, had a weapon and was threatening my employee." And she was like, "But I own it. What's the problem?" Wasn't as funny, but somehow in her mind, it's what's the big deal? Have them do it anyway. And in our mind, it was, no, not at all. That's one thing these guys did not sign up for.
I've got to repeat the question one more time.
What is the funniest client expectation versus reality moment you've experienced? And I'm sure you guys have some.
It's like an easy survey one. It's like, it's like you do a survey for somebody and they think their line's here and it's 10 feet over here, right? Here's the expectation. Here's the reality.
Yeah.
Happens all the freaking time.
Yep. Have you ever starting to see those videos of the residents having fights, and then the poor surveyor is over there trying to set the pin, and then the angry neighbor comes over and kicks it over, and they're like, "There you go. I got to pay these guys $2,000 to come back and reset that again," and they just keep going through this battle.
Yep.
What about you, Trent? Do you have an answer to that one?
I would say, I guess it's kind of two on that one. One would be the traditional, like we did a survey They wanted to know where the block wall was, and
Yeah.
we show them where the property line was on the survey, but who owns the wall? Like, we don't know who pulled a permit to build the wall. Like, those are all kind of questions that need to be answered, right? Like, there's more.
Why did they build a wall on my property?
Exactly.
Lady, I just put stakes in the ground. I don't know.
Yeah. And so there's always those, like Ken said, those are probably happen.
That's like the low-lying fruit ones. Yeah.
The one that, and I've gotten in trouble many a times because I'm always kind of laughing and joking to some degree, but I had a client say, it was a contractor saying we screwed something up, and he's screaming and yelling, and I'm laughing, and is this funny to you? I'm like, calm down, like, relax. My line was, did somebody die? Like, did anybody die? Relax.
Right. Yes.
We can fix this.
I love that.
Exactly.
Nobody's going to die.
Yes.
Figure this shit out, right? Yes.
And so he was just irate. And, calm down. Like, we can
You're
fix
taking
this
this way too serious.
Yes.
What about you, Shoots?
I've gotten in trouble for laughing at clients.
No.
Yeah.
You're well within your rights
Shocker.
for it. I don't really have anything super crazy. It's mostly just people's expectations.
Mhm.
Everybody wants everything yesterday.
Mhm.
And sometimes it's not feasible, but they don't want to hear that no or any solutions other than now.
Yeah.
So that would just be the biggest thing. And that seems to only be getting worse as time goes on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we're in an instantaneous world.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
So everybody's, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? And like you said, it's easier to just send an email than make a phone call.
Yep.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, when they got to make a phone call, they got a little more patience on their hands.
Yeah.
But
TK, what do you think about with the advancement of technology, right?
Mhm.
And there's reality capture. There's,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, there's so much happening right now. But what do you think when it all shakes out? What are licensed professional surveyors going to be able to hold on to?
100%.
You know what I mean? 'Cause it's
It's 100%.
anymore. It's like anybody can set up a scanner.
Yep.
Anybody can do reality capture. Anybody can do a topo. Like, where's the surveyor in all this?
A drone can't set a monument. A scanner can't set a monument. They can't determine whether it's
legal
right.
side,
That's 100%.
it's all. I think it's legal and control.
Correct.
Right. Like those are the two things that
100%.
you will never not need a surveyor for.
That's correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when people,
Licensed surveyor.
Yes.
Licensed
Yeah.
surveyor.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, unless there's deregulation, but,
Yeah. Well,
sorry. That's a whole nother
That's
episode.
the fear. That's
No,
the
I
fear,
know.
right? Yeah.
So the same conversation I had with my my hairstylist today. She said, she's talking to a lot of the college.
TK. Let's call it a barber.
Oh,
No, she would take offense to that.
yeah, I think she
20
might.
freaking years.
Yeah, I
She
don't
can call herself whatever
Does he
she
need
wants.
a stylist? I need a stylist for this.
Yeah.
He does not need a
No, mine
stylist.
just lays back with gel and hairspray and a hairdryer.
goes to
So
the
probably
beauty
doesn't need a
salon.
hairstylist.
Do you get your nails done there too?
Hey,
Come on. Is
I
it a
gotta-
full day of pampering?
I get a
Every
pedicure
2
on
weeks?
Saturday.
I love it.
What'd you say?
I get a pedicure on Saturday.
You did?
You
I
are
do.
getting one?
No, this Saturday.
This Saturday.
Have you ever done it before?
All the time.
Ugh.
He's talked about it. I was going to say. he's
I
talked about
freaking love it.
it. Yeah.
I forget about that because
Oh my
feet
God.
and me don't get
Oh,
along.
yeah. I don't like people touching my feet.
Oh,
I don't
dude,
like
it
touching
is
my feet.
heavenly.
Hey, this is like a mentoring Mondays. Let's get back. So we will never in AI. We're never going to lose judgment. We're never going to lose the ability to tell somebody where
But could you
their
take-
property line is.
Could you take an AutoCAD file of everything that's found, and you take the recorded deeds and recorded plats, drop it into AI, and AI come
How many
back?
wrong written deeds are there in the
No,
world?
no. I'm not disagreeing. I'm just
Let's be
saying.
real.
Ugh.
Yeah.
This is hundreds of years away from having the correct deed for some parcel somewhere in the United States.
It seems like you're one of those guys that want to find the reason why there's a problem with something doing something more efficiently.
No,
with
I'm playing
technology.
devil's advocate. Is what I'm
That's
doing.
exactly what you're
There's
doing.
no way.
but-
Yes.
There's no way. I don't know. That's what our value is going to be, and the value is also going to come
Judgment.
from
So judgment is what it
100%.
boils down to.
100%, and
Yeah.
even the judgment of the data that we collect. Right, like
Yeah.
we're collecting millions and millions of points, and we still have to put a judgment on whether that data is right or wrong. So
the judgment is AI proof.
I don't know if it is.
Yeah.
I don't know if it will be. I mean, I think right now, yes, but I don't know if it will be.
I missed this part. Sorry, I missed the part where, because we got sidetracked on my hairstylist. But she said she's got a lot of college kids, and they're just graduating high school, getting ready to go to college. And she's talking to them all, and what are you going to school for? Yeah. And they're like, I don't know yet. Anything that's not AI is not going to take over. Right? What is it? I know. Yeah.
Plumbing sales.
It's all these blue collar jobs.
Yes, correct. It's all the trades.
Man, right around like the plumbing union and stuff around here. It's amazing.
It's incredible.
Everybody's getting the
anything
surgeons.
In the trades. I would totally agree with that statement.
All the trades are getting the surgeons.
So are you not putting surveying in the trades? Because
no, it's a profession.
A whole nother podcast.
Well, that was episode 2, 3, 4, 5.
1 through 284.
Yeah, exactly.
I just think you're going to lose out on a lot of kids that. Just saying.
Oh, it's tough, man.
Yeah,
it's tough.
Well,
So is your approach more of the slow and steady? You're not focused bottom line. You're not focused on fast. You want slow, steady, consistent growth.
For what? For
the profession, for these people that are working with you, for you.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, he wants that, but the industry needs quick action fast now because there is a cliff coming.
Yes.
And
nobody said I wanted that.
But that's what you're saying. You're the devil's advocate. You always want to, that's the way you keep explaining
keep poking holes in the one thing that's going to help.
But now the bottom line is the problem because people don't want to pay to train anymore.
Absolutely.
And
it's unfortunate.
Who does it hurt? Everybody involved in the end of it.
Yep.
There'll be a cultural change coming, right? Not a shift, but a change.
Gradual
veer.
We're changing lanes.
We're just merging.
It's like the wreck is coming. Everyone's sitting in line. There's one guy that's like, I bet you I can get that way on the 202 faster. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I bet I can do that. And then they all start peeling off.
I can pass the ambulance on the left.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. I agree that judgment can't be replaced by AI. I think, but I don't know.
You didn't say that 30 seconds ago.
Because I still don't know that we know what the limitations of AI is going to be.
There's AI learning, right?
There's AI learning, right?
So it's learning modules every day,
but it's learning based on what is available and what you tell it.
Yeah.
And the question then is, what is not available in Kent's email and Kent's, files that is in his brain.
Yeah.
But at some point, he's not going to be able to extract that either. So what value does that give to?
It depends on how much of that he has.
I don't even know how to take that, Sean.
Well, I mean, just think about it. In 20 years,
I spilt on the board.
I see that.
You used to spill on the board.
In 20 years, you're going to have dementia and you can't remember all the things. So the only thing that AI will be able to learn from you is what is written in your emails.
So maybe I should enter everything I know into AI right now.
Yeah.
To download all the freaking wisdom I have.
Yes. Well, my question is, why wouldn't you? How else are you going to get it out of your brain?
I'll start tomorrow.
You're a little behind on the mentor program, so
I never engaged in the mentor program. No,
that's what it is.
Personally, yeah.
Let's ask another question.
That was a smooth segue right there. Let me just tell you.
I was about to go down a whole nother path. I was thinking of 50 First Dates, right? Where they popped in the VCR.
You always have to start over every day.
Yes. And so that's kind of where we are with the AI.
1,000%.
Yeah.
I don't know if you'll be able to answer this or not, but what's the weirdest thing someone has ever said after hearing that you're a surveyor?
You plant bushes?
Really?
I get that all the time. It's like, oh yeah, you plant the, because they think I say landscaper.
Yep.
Yes.
It's
like, oh, you plant the bushes on my house and all, and like you design all this stuff. Like, never mind.
I don't know how many
never mind.
How many golf tournaments or things that we've sponsored that when they say thank you for Diamondback Landscaping.
That's why I stopped saying I'm a surveyor. I'm like, I'm a geospatial professional.
Okay, what's the weirdest thing that has everyone ever said when you said I'm a geospatial
They're
professional?
Like,
what?
Wow, that sounds freaking cool. Tell me more.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do. They absolutely do. They're like, I've never heard of that before.
My phone says you're a land surveyor. That sounds fun.
Or they think like you guys take surveys, like you're doing it for the news or something like that. That was the one I always ran into.
There's so many things that are stacked against us. That's the thing. It's like we have all these things to overcome.
What does your license say?
Professional land surveyor.
Not a geospatial
Professional-
engineer or
Professional
I-
landscaper.
But you know what I say anymore? Dude, you're going to love this. When somebody, I go, I'm a professional podcaster. Talk about generating a conversation. Holy hell, that gets me a long way.
He left out. He
A
left
long
you
way
out,
or
Sean.
a short way? Like
Long
way.
They're
Oh,
like-
really?
they're
What
like-
is it?
They're like, oh my God, you're a podcaster?
I'm a
You're Joe Rogan? Oh my goodness. How much
you-
money did
you know,
Spotify give you?
You're the
Joe
Joe Rogan of
Rogan.
geospatial? Yes, that is I. That is me.
I am him.
I'm a professional emailer.
All right,
all I do.
I got a better question.
All right.
What's the one thing every surveyor pretends to understand but secretly Googles later?
How to process a map through a jurisdiction.
Geodesy. Geodesy. Oh my word!
I think there's a longer
today.
I think there's a longer list than that.
I love that.
A lot of concepts you're like, oh, I totally get that. Yeah. NAD88. Got it. Yep.
Let me just verify real quick. Only need confirmation. I assure you.
Well, we were talking about with Karen Schuckman, right? Remember we had the conversation with her?
Oh,
We're
yeah.
like, we're like, how many surveyors actually let's be honest about this.
Yeah.
Can understand the concept of geodesy, right? And the metadata and all this stuff. It's very freaking complicated. And I'm like, 20% maybe? I don't know.
Less.
Less than that
I
even
would say
probably,
less,
right?
yeah.
So
I would
it's
say
like,
less,
that would
yeah.
be my answer to that. It's like
Yeah.
geodesy. It's like,
That's a whole nother workforce
Yes,
issues
but-
that we're having nationally.
No, we talked about that last time because I ran the numbers.
yes.
Oh yeah.
And there's like 12 people that graduate
Yes.
in the United States with a geodesy degree.
Yes.
And in China,
There's
it's like
200.
4,000.
No, 9,000 a
No, it's
year.
nuts.
9,000.
It's nuts.
9,000
Yes.
a year graduate in China with
Okay.
a geodesy
Yes.
degree.
I missed that number.
We have
Yeah.
12.
I dropped a zero.
So it's almost like, we don't take that stuff near as serious here. You know what I mean?
I know.
Which I mean, that was one of our talking points at NSPS National Spring Meetings.
Yeah.
When we did Day on the Hill was the importance of the geodesy workforce. So yeah, it's important. And like you said, we're in the it's bad.
Do you guys see
It's
a
bad.
shift coming with this increase in AI for a job like land surveying, like this geodesy that would be, like you said, called blue collar working? Do you see an increase coming? Do you feel like it's on the horizon essentially?
The numbers are there, especially, obviously I've been tracking the AFS and the PS numbers for now, 6 years or whatever, 5.5 years. And the numbers are there. Unfortunately, we're just now getting back to the 2007, 2008 numbers.
Okay. When he was thinking about bailing out on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Funny enough. But, so the numbers are healthy, but we're still not, the numbers that I run, we're still around 800 net loss every year.
Just retirement?
Just today. Yeah.
Or
for those
changing professions or?
Yeah, no, I think it's just those taking the exams, right? I mean, that's the only data that we have. Right.
Yeah.
And so, that's all you can do. But when you put the PS numbers together, first time takers, repeat takers, you put all that together. Same thing on the PS exams. You look at all of that numbers and data, and we're on average around 800-ish, 800 to 900-ish short every
Net.
single year.
Every year.
Net
Negative.
loss. Net loss. Yes. There's only, again, think about it. There's only 34,000
That's
licensed surveyors in the
insane,
United
man.
States.
That is
34,000
insane.
licensed surveyors in the United States. 15,000 of them are over the age of 61. We're at like 48% over the age of 61 in the United States. And so, yeah.
Trent, take this opportunity to talk about the number of companies that are like below 20 people.
Yeah.
Like that statistic is mind boggling to me.
Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah.
Yeah. We've talked about this. Yeah. It comes up all the time, but there's on average 7,000 licensed surveying firms. And it's 56% have less than 5 employees. No, I'm sorry. I gotta go back and look, but it's like 63% have less than 5 employees. And 86% or 80% have less than 9 employees. Like it's a very
insane.
mom and pop. Yeah.
So insane.
Very mom and pop.
Yeah.
Profession. And so,
Yeah. From your perspective though, it's like, I would love to hear your perspective on this. We talked about like private equity coming in and like gobbling up a bunch of these surveying and engineering companies and that type of thing. It's like, I have said for a number of years, it's like, there's going to be like 12 survey companies eventually.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because everybody else is getting gobbled up by private equity and everything else.
I do have a very, I'm going to call it, I'll say it a sad story because it goes to exactly what we're talking about. Again, I'm playing in another golf tournament. That seems to be the theme a lot.
Yeah, your sacrifice, Trent, always.
So I'm playing in a member guest with a friend of mine who's another surveyor down in Tucson. And one of his really good buddies is a general contractor. And his surveyor firm got bought out by A&E, or some kind of like national, we'll call them bean counters, right? Yep. And so he calls the firm up, and they have lost all culture. They don't return his calls. They're not interested in doing the business anymore because he's not lucrative anymore. He's very disappointed in who he can call within the profession because pretty much every firm in Tucson has been bought out by some bigger firm. Totally. And they don't, and there's no more value into, yes, he's laughing because he's bought most of them. But there's the problem of being able to service the industry. And I preach that one till the day I die. We have an industry to serve, and the longer it's going to take us to lead times to get projects done, the faster, lawmakers are going to, and it's happened in multiple states, but the faster it's going to take these lawmakers to go and change laws so that they can do this kind of stuff. So it's happened in multiple states. But
what specific laws need to be changed?
Reducing barriers to entry. That's the biggest law.
Okay, then that's the key point, right?
Yep. Is that a law though?
Well, it is in law in state statutes, right? Nevada, 4-year degree.
Well, no, Arizona's like high school diploma. So it doesn't
6 years of experience.
Yeah.
But it's not that easy to get licensure in Arizona.
It's really easy.
Yeah. I mean, but that's the thing, right? Written in state statute. That's where it's happening.
Sean, you can get licensed in Arizona. So that tells you how easy it is.
Moving on.
So it is in state statutes. That's why it's law, right? So you have to change state statutes, and the lawmakers are changing state statutes to reduce the barriers to entry, right? And that happened. It just happened in Utah. Utah went and opened up, and it came into effect on May 6th. They opened up a experience path only. So they have, 4 plus, I like that. 4 plus 4, 6 plus 2, or 10 years of experience.
Yep.
Right. So,
I like that.
That's how it used to be in Illinois. That's how I got licensed.
That's how it was in Nevada. Before we went to a strict thing, but there's what are we up to? 25-ish states require some type of education or certificate based. And then there's still quite a few states that we can get experience only. So, but those are the things. That's what's going to happen is lawmakers will start changing and reducing those barriers to entry, or, hopefully it never happens, but reduce, obviously Arizona went through it recently, right? Trying to eliminate the board altogether. So, there's those things, right? So we're always fighting. Lord. As a profession, we're always fighting back.
Yeah. Monson Engineering.
Yeah.
Love these guys. Monson Engineering is a leading supplier of surveying, GIS mapping, scanning solution products for the design build industry in the Intermountain West since 1974.
Wow, been doing it a while, mainly because they pride themselves in being your one-stop shop throughout all phases of your project, planning to completion.
From drones to lasers, total stations, or high-accuracy GPS equipment, they have what you need when you need it. To find out more, simply visit monsonengineering.com.
Let's talk about Aerotech Mapping for a little bit. Aerotech Mapping has been supplying high-quality geospatial solutions, services, and support for the AEC industry since 2002.
They have indeed. They also specialize in large-scale design-level photogrammetry for a variety of sectors within the AEC industry, including aviation, transportation, energy, commercial development, mining, public works, and wastewater, just to name a few.
Yeah, that's right. At Aerotech Mapping, they take great pride in the work that they do, all created by an amazing team of professionals. To find out more, visit atmlv.com.
Are engineers and architects going through these same challenges or no?
Because they were on the same board. They were about to, in Arizona. So yeah. I mean, they're looking to eliminate the board. So,
but not necessarily the same challenge of the requirements have always been the requirements, and I don't necessarily disagree with the fact that you should have a bachelor's degree in engineering and you should pass this test and you should have 4 years of qualifying experience and you should pass this test. There is not much contention in the engineering space that says that's a problem.
Because it's professionally accepted, and that's what the norm is, right? Like that's what everybody knows.
Yeah.
And to be honest, even people that go through that process, 4-year degree, pass test, 4 years experience, pass test, they are at that point still too stupid to stamp stamp something,
minimum
use their license.
Minimum
and it's also understood. Like, guys get their license when they first get it. It is like, I don't know if I should use this. And my mentor, my guy should always help me. And that's how it's just understood.
And then and the surveying profession has the opposite side, right? As soon as they get the license, they hang a shingle.
Like here. There's five Altas waiting for you to stamp this because it's got to go out the door.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I think that to me seems like the biggest difference in the licensure part of it.
Yeah.
So Shoots, you have an opportunity right now to ask anybody around this table a question that you always wanted to know, except for how Trent's calves got so big.
I've been asking that for years.
That is just jealous. You finally met somebody with bigger calves than you, and you're like,
no, not me, him.
Those are Popeye calves, man. Right? Those never fail to impress. I forgot all about them until I saw you. I was, damn, I forgot those things. They're an attention getter.
I will say
It's awesome.
I've had more conversations about my calves than ever. And sometimes it's in an elevator and the guy's like, I don't want to be awkward, but those calves are amazing. Like, and it's just me and him in the elevator. Like,
you're like, what about it is awkward.
It was awkward when you said, I don't want to be awkward.
Only because I told Nolan we were going to give him shit.
Oh, you're
Nolan.
good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like he's posting all these freaking videos and pictures of him working out.
He's doing great.
And you know what? No, he's not. Every time I'm like, dude, you got the calves of a freaking chicken.
Yes.
Like, what are you doing about your calves?
Hey, some people can't do anything about it. They were just born with chicken legs. It just happens.
30 years ago, I worked with a guy. Who was a massive builder, and he was in the gym rat, right?
Yeah.
Like, just massive build.
Yeah.
And it was from the kneecaps up. Kneecaps down was literally like
I love that.
Nothing.
We got to get him to Trent's boot camp for calves.
Trent is like, that is like, you just were blessed with that.
I was.
It's all genetics.
Salts and eggs. Appreciate it. All right.
No, real quick. What's your question? One quick question.
Whoa. You have an opportunity to ask the three of us one question. What is it?
All right. One real quick one while I fathom what I'm going to ask you guys. Sean, when you're talking about, all this stuff with the private equity and the bottom line, and at the same time, you're saying, yes, it's people driven. Mm-hmm. The customer service is lost because companies don't want to pay for it. The time and the effort of, like Trent was saying, now the care is gone from this company down in Tucson. Mm-hmm. How do you balance that?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Company culture.
That's why he was the OG. Yes. He comes up with good questions.
I would think how I balance it is the customer service and the bottom line are tied together, and we can't sacrifice that bottom line because we don't treat our customers well. So we may have to treat our people worse to get our customers to feel better.
That is the issue.
And I hate to say it, but that's the answer, and that's the sacrifice.
Yeah, and that's definitely noticeable with employees that are just not quite as pleased as they used to be, it seems. And customer service is a little trickier than it used to be because the expectations up here, the compensation, the belief, the help from your own company are declining. And
I feel like that's a scalable issue.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. So 1 to 5 firms not going to have that, 5 to 10 is not going to have that.
No.
It's scalable from an issue. And I can say we probably, I don't feel like we have it within ours, but we're 36, 38 and I'm sure we do to some degree. But mean, that's a scalable issue when you get into.
And I think
50,
it really hits
100,
in that
500.
it's in that
Yeah.
it's in that weird spot between
Yeah.
500 and 1,000 employees or 2,000 employees.
Yeah.
You're in that.
Yeah.
You're not so big that you can kind of do whatever you want and
Yeah.
it's fine.
Yeah,
You still have to take care of your customer. You still have to provide really good service.
Yep.
But there's so much other pressure to hit metrics and everything that it's like this. It's like the corporate metrics with the small business feel, and that is like the almost impossible, combination to hit.
Yeah.
But that's what people want and they expect.
Yep.
And I don't have a really good solution of that. You got to cut bait and fish at the same time.
I like Simon Sinek. So before you go to your question, Simon Sinek is one of the best ones where he's like, as a leader, you come to one of your staff and you're like, you missed your numbers this week. He's like, I didn't miss my numbers. I missed your numbers.
Yes.
That's 100% accurate.
That is 1,000% accurate.
Yeah.
I love that.
I did my numbers. Yeah. I did what I was supposed to do. I did my job. I was here, 40 hours a week and I did what you asked me to do. Just because you put numbers that were unobtainable for me or maybe this week or whatever, but I didn't miss my numbers. I missed your numbers.
Yeah.
So it's such a great, it's
phenomenal.
My counterpoint to that is, my numbers determine whether you work here or not, and your numbers are your numbers.
Yeah. But it goes back to that company culture, right?
Right. And bad company culture is
bad company culture or turnover rates.
Usually
all of that leads into other things.
It should be, how can I help you to get from your numbers to my numbers?
That's correct. Yeah. And that's actually where, he kind of spins that conversation.
Right. Right.
What can I do to help you?
Yes.
But and one of the little questions in here is like, what's the most cliched thing, or what's the thing you would most want not to be said every day? And is it, how can I help you? How can I help you be more successful today?
Yeah. Yeah. That's definitely a cliche. Yeah.
All right. What's your question?
I'm going to go rapid fire. I got quick ones.
You have 3 questions.
I'm going quick ones.
Yeah, he can have as many as he wants.
No, I'm going quick. Going to Vegas next month. Where should I go eat? Number 1 place.
Love it.
Where should you go eat? Where are you staying?
MGM.
I mean, Prime is an amazing space within MGM.
No limitations.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Damn.
I know the place. Hold on. I'm going to find it. I know where I went to in Vegas last time I was there.
Ocean at the City Center.
Okay.
Or Aria or whatever. That's an amazing place with amazing views. That's the problem in Las Vegas. And I talk about it all the time. We're the home of world-class dining and world-class shows, right? So everybody has to compete and has to be great. Otherwise, they're not going to be around.
I've been to a couple good places with you that were off the strip that were, you could tell are good classic Vegas places.
Yeah,
that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
I'm tired of the strip and the hype of all of that. We've been there enough.
Yeah, there's Carver's. There's Herbs and Rye is another one. So Herbs and Rye is like a real old school bar, like right in the middle of town, off of just a couple of residential streets. That's a great little place. But Carver, that's where we did a big dinner at the Carver's one time. That's a great place. So yeah.
Excellent. Yep. I appreciate the suggestions. Let's see. What do I got for Sean?
That was easy. I love this.
Since the last time I've been here, what's been your favorite guest or show and why?
It's the old man by far. 103-year-old surveyor.
Yep.
That guy changed. He changed my life.
Yeah.
He was amazing. He's like Trent referred to that episode. Yeah.
You put the quarter in and sit back.
The perspective that I got in that episode, I still think about. Because when he's talking about being in World War II and then laying out the survey for I-15 in LA.
Ridiculous.
And we're talking to him and he's just talking about, how he shoots the shit with the guy at the breakfast place down the street. Like, I don't know. Somehow that related to me. And I was like, that's freaking amazing. And I still think about it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Easy. Now the easy one.
Softball.
I'm going to throw him a softball. When's the last time you were called Dilfy Dilf?
Just right now.
Yeah. Before that,
it's on the glass every day.
And I haven't seen you in a while. All of a sudden, you're a grandpa. So, have you gotten to the guilty gilf?
Yeah, I'm a guilty gilf.
I think it's time. It is now time, and I cannot appreciate that better. It is time to graduate you from Dilfy Dilf
to Guilty Gilf.
2 times in like
Guilty
10
gilf.
days.
So weird.
You're
It's so
you've
weird being a
graduated.
gilfy gilf.
You've got your license in that.
So wait, where would I have to hang out to be called a gilfy gilf?
Daycares?
Because remember the story about gilfy
I don't know.
Adult daycare.
I think there's some apps, some dating apps that you're just not a part
Maybe
of
there
yet
is.
that you can get what is it like silver connections or something like that?
silver
or,
sneakers?
I don't think the bars that you were getting
No.
called Dilfy Dilf would like some children of that age yet. You might have to wait a little bit for that.
So weird. But you remember the Dilfy Dilf story?
Absolutely. How could I forget
I
it?
was there with Glenn Abramowski.
I think that was the second proudest I've ever seen you. The first was on the golf course. That was number 2.
Yes. Yes. Drove the green, got called Dilfy Dilf.
Oh, man.
Probably all in the same year,
2
actually.
of the high points of my life.
I feel like that was the same year.
There's
Aye,
one.
aye,
There's
aye.
one I have to sneak in here because I really want
Let's
to
do
get
it.
you guys
Let's
the
do it.
idea. Which personality type survives longest in surveying? Perfectionists, cowboys, or chaos agents?
Oh my goodness. Dude, thank God for AI. That's an amazing question.
What are you talking about? I thoughtfully
No, you
generated
did not.
all of these questions
Wait, one more time. One more time.
in my thorough preparation for
This
this
is a
show.
great question. One more
It
time.
is an amazing question.
Which personality type survives longest in
Okay.
surveying?
Yeah.
Perfectionist,
Nope.
Nope.
cowboys, chaos agents.
Cowboys.
I'm going Cowboys.
I'd say Cowboys.
Because they're jack of all trades and,
Yes.
and can fix and do anything.
Yeah, I'd say Cowboys.
Right? Like if there's a fence down and the cow's getting over, they're getting the cow back in and they're
Yeah.
fixing the fence all in the first 5 minutes. Like
Definitely.
they're gonna fix
Definitely.
they're gonna fix any problem
Yeah.
anywhere in the world. And so
Yeah.
I would agree. Chaos, no.
Chaos agents.
And that's not,
It's more that
it's
that
not-
causes a problem.
It's not survivable.
That
not
causes a
sustainable.
problem.
But
There's no way.
I would love to ask this question to not guys that sit on their ass all day and tell people what to do and haven't held a
I feel
piece
like
of survey
It's still the
equipment.
same.
feel
My
like-
answers is still the same.
you could throw that out on social media.
Yeah. Oh, we'll
Make-
do that. We'll do that.
Do that.
That's a good idea.
That
Trent.
is,
That's a good idea.
yeah, because
I get a question
you're
for
gonna
shoots.
you're gonna
Okay.
get cowboy all day long.
Shoot.
All right.
Shoot it away.
All right.
Shoot.
And then, we're getting a little sentimental here.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
When
I
you
love it.
look at what the Geoholics has grown to be, what makes you the most proud?
That's still going.
Still going.
That-
His baby grew up.
Yeah, just the fact that it's still going on. You guys are growing it, making it so much more than we ever anticipated.
Yeah.
And what are we at? So since 2019, so you're 7 years deep.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
crazy to me.
How old's
insane.
your son?
He's 12.
You see?
He'll be 13
Yep.
September.
And I was gonna say, how old's your daughter? Because she's
Yeah, 9.
Still, yeah.
Speaking of royalty fees, she
Yeah,
brought that up yesterday.
Yeah, she's looking for it.
Uh-oh.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah,
Starting
We'll hook
early.
her up.
I'm a geoholic.
yeah. I mean, and
We'll
Hunter
hook
the
her
same
up.
thing. You know,
Yep.
like he's.
I'm not telling him anything.
No, she was like, so if I'm on the podcast, that means I can go to Australia with you guys. And I'm
Yep.
like, maybe.
Well, yeah, she can go. Of
Yeah.
course.
I love it.
Of course.
I love it.
All right. Lightning round questions.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
boy.
These are good ones.
We are going to finish this in 2 hours.
I love these questions.
Let's do it.
You're assuming it's a
I'm
150.
going to ask the first 3. You ask the last one.
Okay.
How about that?
Yeah, I got you.
All right. TK, best advice you ever received?
I would say kind of do the right thing when no one's looking, right? Because that is the probably the number one thing within our profession, right?
Integrity.
It's integrity. We work for the public, and it doesn't matter which side of the fence we're on.
Like that?
I already gave my answer on this one earlier. Come with solutions, not the answer no.
Like that?
Yeah.
Should we answer these as well?
Yes.
Yeah, you go first. I got
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
I called him Shoots.
Just natural. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just rolled in.
Advice I ever received. Nobody's going to die.
yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? It's like,
That's it.
don't sweat the small stuff. Nobody's going to die. Just freaking let's boil
We
it
can fix
down
it.
to what it is and let's fix it.
We can
Right.
fix it.
What you got, Sean?
Mine would be learn to let things go to get what you want.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. All right. Next one. TK. Worst advice you hear given in the profession? That's a tough one.
No, it's not because I've gotten in trouble for it already a few times.
Like, no, it's not.
And it's geared towards the younger generation, and it's pay your dues.
Ugh, That's horrible.
Sorry.
That's horrible advice.
We've gotten. We had a roundtable conversation, and it was. So I won't give away names, but I kind of got in trouble with saying that it's derogatory to the younger generation.
It really is.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Right?
you're not
And
wrong.
so, no,
I agree with that.
yeah. And so, afterwards, after our roundtable was done, he's like, I'm not going to apologize. And I'm like, I understand that. And, a seasoned surveyor, right? And so
Yep.
I get that. But it goes back to that cultural change when it comes to even vocabulary that we use, right? And so that, to me, that is the worst advice. Like, pay your dues. So, sorry.
Yeah, that's horrible. But what do you
It's a trigger word.
Let's like look at it. Like, I'm going deeper here, but let's look at it from like a global perspective, right? Like, what do you think about that? Because I talked to somebody not that long ago that was like from a North America or United States perspective, we're looked at as like the, whatever, the bottom of the barrel when it comes to surveying.
Understood.
Right? Like, what do you say to that?
Who says that?
Yeah.
I'll tell you. Don't worry.
The global community.
Yes, that's right. It's a global community. I wish I was a little bit more involved with FIG. I mean, I went to the Orlando one.
What do you mean you wish?
Well,
why aren't you?
No, I'm not enough. Like, I mean, I didn't go to Australia, and I'm not going to Cape Town, whether it's this week or next week or whatever it is. But because I'd love to see more perspectives of. I know from a surveying perspective, surveying profession, we do different than the rest of the world. Yeah. Their scope of work is a lot broader than what we do. Right. And so, I guess I can't really intelligently say like how we could be the laughing stock of the world in a sense, because it's
not the feedback I've gotten.
Yeah.
And by the way, this is also the slowest lightning round I've ever experienced.
All right, let's go to the
back
next
to
one.
it. Next, sorry, let's hit it.
I don't have it. Yeah.
We digress.
We'll talk about that later.
Well, my only
Another
comment is
episode.
we have gotten feedback from people in Europe, and that is not the case.
I agreed.
They're like, we have a bunch of ideas, and you guys implement them way faster than we do.
Yeah.
That's the feedback I've gotten.
Yep.
That's those damn cowboys.
Yeah.
Just doing whatever they want.
Cowboy mentality everywhere. America's team. Sorry.
Not my team.
I'm not a Cowboys fan either.
Most memorable guest or guest you would like to see on the Geoholics.
Right.
One of the two.
Oof, that one's a tough one. The Mike Rowe idea was fantastic. I got to give you credit on that one.
That's my guy.
I'm ready
That's
for
my
that
guy.
one too.
Thinking back on it, the favorite guest, Abe Lincoln was solid right out of the gate. You know which one I was thinking about? You remember the dude from, was it Chasing Bubbles?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
He was the best.
That one was
That
interesting.
YouTube video was amazing.
Oh my
I
God.
agree with that statement.
That one,
So good.
I hadn't thought about
Dude,
that.
when I
forever
watched that
until
video,
today.
I was like, I got tears in my eyes.
Yes.
I had tears in my eyes.
Yes.
It was impressive how he just did
So
that whole
good.
thing.
So
Yes.
good.
Yeah. For those that are new listeners, they have to go back.
Yeah.
They have to,
Yes.
One, they have to watch
Get on
that episode
YouTube.
and then watch that episode.
Look at
They're
Chasing
watching-
Bubbles.
Oh
my God.
Agreed.
So powerful.
Let's go back. Nostalgic one more time.
For sure.
You guys went down the rabbit hole of magnet fishing.
Yes. For the longest time.
I saw that one. Yeah.
That was a long time.
I know Sean's trying to get out of here, but
What have you gotten out of your magnet fishing?
Nothing. I gave it to you to give to your guy. Yes.
Yes, he has gotten nothing.
Like we're getting rich magnet fishing.
Yeah, no. I forgot all about that one. Man, that was from the Wayback Machine.
That is so awesome.
When whole Gilfy
That is
here gets
so
on a
good.
tear. Oh, I do miss those.
Gil.
All of a sudden he sees something online. Oh, I'm going to be the expert at this for the next 2 weeks.
going to the pond and see what I can find.
Oh,
That's what happens when you have an
so
elephant.
good. Chasing butterflies. That's what I do.
Yes.
What is your most memorable guest?
Yes.
Most memorable guest. Oh my gosh. Oh man, what's my most memorable guest? It's hard. It's hard for me to pick like one in particular.
What's the first thing that is in your brain when you're thinking about this, and there's one picture in your head? What is
Bob,
that?
I like Bob.
Bob Loeb or
No, I can't remember his name, but he was like the 103-year-old surveyor.
Yeah,
Like,
that was mine. Yeah,
because
yeah,
we had the most freaking amazing conversation at the end of it. He was like, I'm going to come back next year for my 100, and he passed away before he turned 104, you know, but like he was talking about these stories, like he's on like a freaking crop duster dropping like
sandbags.
The flour bag for the surveyors to find the line. You know, it's like, what is happening?
The other one would be
the fast.
Scooter up in Alaska and his bear stories and running from the polar bear. And
so good.
We chat, I don't know, at least a couple times a month or
So
at least,
good.
but he's just as much a crazy man today as he was when he was in the field.
But you know what's freaking weird for me? It's like every guest we have for that week is my favorite guest. You know, it's like you have to focus so hard.
Unfact.
But
There's been some clunkers in there.
There has been some clunkers along the way.
All right, let's say out of 285 episodes, there's been 5 clunkers.
Yeah,
whatever.
But
You know what I mean?
Full disclosure,
But
5 of those episodes we kind of phoned in, and we kind of could have probably made better too.
We probably could. Remember, like during COVID, right? During COVID,
dude, doing it from home.
Oh yeah.
Those were interesting days.
We went to freaking like Jake's apartment.
Yes, when we started doing it there,
We went to your house and recorded.
we did.
Yeah.
Yes,
that
and
was.
Carrie made us.
What did we have? Corned beef. I think.
Yes. That was probably the day of COVID shutdown.
Yeah, like right after.
March 17th.
Remember COVID?
We were at the
We
Cubs
were
game.
at the Cubs game.
Yeah, the last like public
shut down.
event before the world shut down.
Yes.
All right, so
Fucking insane.
in the early days, when it was just you two guys, who caused the most chaos?
Oh, that would be me.
Yeah, for sure.
He was actually, prepared and did everything, and I just kind of showed up and winged it, kind of like today.
But the problem is, I was so weak that I fell into what he was doing.
Yes, it's way easier that way.
So, what is it about being a co-host of the Geoholics where you don't come prepared?
That's the energy we bring.
We rely upon you. I don't want to be reading anything.
I mean,
there's no script in this life at all.
I mean, it is. We are the source of spontaneity.
Oh my god,
I love it.
yeah, so good, so good.
All right, is the lightning round done?
What else,
Have we
boys?
finished that one?
Yeah, anything else?
Yeah, we're just guys want to get out there. We have exactly 3 minutes before we have to end this.
I was like, I see 90 seconds left.
All right, let me cue up the music.
Uh-oh.
Somebody's got to listen to that whole song because it is my theme song, as Ken said.
Can't sit still.
Is it the bell bottoms or the?
No, it's the Can't Sit Still.
Wait, what was the girl
Can't Sit
who
Still,
you had at your event a couple of years ago?
Armana Chanel. She is now a baker. She makes wedding cakes here.
No.
Oh.
You had a musician at one of your events.
Oh, so yeah, okay. So
she was good.
Molly Levitt.
Yes,
Molly Levitt,
yes.
and she just okay. I ran a half marathon in Nashville, 3-4 weeks ago. She had her album debut.
Are you serious?
Yeah, she just created her own album, and
when I met her at your event, I'm like, this
she's
girl's
amazing.
gonna get somewhere.
She's amazing.
There's no doubt
There's
about it.
two of them. So it was Molly Levitt and Haley Payne. But Molly just came out with her
That's so cool.
with her debut album, and obviously you can find both of them, both of the ladies on all your music venues.
your
Yeah, but
platforms.
but Molly Levitt has her new album. It's got 13 songs. It's awesome. She's got a lot of fun. Yeah,
she's great.
yeah. I probably should have
She's amazing.
played one of her songs, but
Yeah. Guess what?
I love it. I love
Laney
Laney's
anyways.
Can't Sit
Yep.
Still because everybody's got to listen to that word because I am a dog. I'm an outside dog with an inside leash. That's a lyric.
I love that.
All right, I got. I have 2 questions
Such
left,
a
and
dick.
then we'll wrap this up.
I love it.
2 questions left.
Yes.
And it is, I'm going to have to bring the tone down just a little bit because it's going to get slightly serious and then it'll get fun again. Trent
Yes,
and
sir.
Kent and Shoots, when people look back at your impact on this profession someday, what do you hope they will say?
For me personally, would be the
That's
change.
why I'm asking you personally.
No, I know. Yeah. I would say me changing the culture, right? And changing the culture of where we are headed and changing the acceptance of whatever that may be, right? Like just for me, it's 100% changing the culture. And we have to, and there's that bridging the gap between seasoned and young, with the X's and the millennials in the middle. Like we all got to come cohesive together at some point, and that's the only way we're going to push our profession forward. So
rock star.
I love that answer. That wasn't the answer to my question. I said, when people look back at your impact on this profession, what do you hope they would say?
That I changed the culture.
Did all those things.
Wait,
that I changed the culture.
This is a legacy question. Right?
I know. It's
Right?
a
And
legacy
that's why I
question.
said that I changed.
I understand that you changed the culture.
Yeah.
That would be my single answer.
Yeah.
For me, I just hope I entertain people doing this podcast because, that's my only tie essentially at this point. So hopefully, these new
1,000%.
listeners that you guys get every week decide to go back to the beginning and I entertain them. And
that's
keep them
cool.
hooked
Yeah.
and
So good.
want to become surveyors.
So good. So good.
I mean, I look back at just all the episodes that I've been on and how I've grown as a person as well, just from episode to episode to episode.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I was, kind of very shy, and I've talked about it many times, but I'm very shy, and now it's almost like I speak my mind because I want to change the
But
culture.
you know
I
what,
want to be a voice of
Trent,
change.
You know what I would like to think?
Yeah.
I would like to think that this podcast
Absolutely
catapulted you
Oh,
to
what? I
being
say
more
that.
comfortable
I say that.
doing the things that you do.
Yeah, I say that.
You know what I mean?
100%. Yeah, I say that. Because I listened to a lot of these podcasts on the way, and I talked about it in the past, but before COVID happened, I was driving up to Reno. I had built a virtually reality sandbox, and I built it for our northern chapter. And I had a 6.5 hour drive, and all of a sudden I'm searching and I'm find a bunch of surveying podcasts, and I listened to a ton of episodes along the way. And that's truly what kind of changed it. And then COVID hit, and then we had the 7-state survey conference.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden it was like, hey, you're going to be the MC of that. And I was like, holy moly. But
Yeah.
there is a
It's exposed us to so many more opportunities,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, you, us, I mean,
yes.
we're keynote speakers now.
Yeah.
For fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Once you do it once, you have that title.
I did that.
She's just like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, right.
That's some gravitas right there. I would and knowing you from this time until now, I would never expect your old shy ways at all.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
You have not even.
I did get
put
nervous.
that out.
I did get nervous. I did Wisconsin keynote,
Dude, do you ever
last
get
year, and there was
nervous at this point?
there was 1,000 people in the room, and they were all in the back.
That sucks. Yeah,
So
like,
that-
hey, move up,
Yeah,
fuckers.
yeah.
Move up to the front.
I wanted to do a lapel mic so I could walk around everybody, but
then do it?
Then you can't get past your PowerPoint, it's the pointer and all that kind of stuff. So
That's
yeah.
awesome.
All right,
What's your
screwed
answer?
up? Yeah, sorry.
What's the question?
We already forgot.
Legacy question. What do you want? When you
What do you want people to know?
When
people to say
when
about
people look back at your impact on this profession someday, what do you hope they will say?
He was a guy that gave back. That's it. Seriously.
Yeah.
My
everybody,
answer
it's Tony
is the same.
Robbins.
Yeah.
Exactly the same. I just want to be.
I just want to give back.
something to give back.
That's it. I don't care what it is. If
All
I
right.
can influence somebody.
You ready to wrap this up so we can get out of here?
Ooh, can we put a bow on this one?
Can we put a bow? We do have one last question. This is how we do it. Anything else you want to get out there, Trent? How can we find more about Mentoring Mondays and
I gotta pee, so wrap this up.
Wisdom Wednesdays
Fucking
and
old.
possibly CST
Toke Up
Thursdays.
Tuesdays?
Mentoring Mondays.xyz, Roundtable Tuesdays.xyz, Wisdom Wednesdays.xyz. Everything ends in an XYZ. So if you know the name, you got it. So
is there a mantra that you live by?
Don't cry. I've said this every time. Don't cry over spilled milk, which goes back to, almost
Nobody's
like
gonna
Kent's,
die.
Almost like Kent's,
Nobody's
nobody's
gonna
gonna
die.
die.
Fuck.
Things can be fixed. I even have my son saying, I know Dad would say don't cry over spilled milk, but I'm frustrated or whatever, right?
Yeah. Yep.
It's not going to change anything. It's not going to change anything.
No.
So-
Who cares?
Yep.
Shoot.
A simple one, just be a good person.
Yeah,
that one's
absolutely.
lost these
Love
days.
that.
Yes, it is.
Love that.
So good.
It's that simple.
Best mantra I've heard this year.
Yes.
So good. All right. Are we ready?
Let's do it.
Let's
get
hear
out of
some
here.
Lainey
Take us out
Wilson.
of here, buddy.
Let's go.
I'm gonna-
All right. Adding value, making friends.
I I mean,
Thanks to Glenn Abramowski. I mean, for fuck's sake, episode 6. This is where this came from.
I love it.
Add value,
Yeah.
make friends.
really good.
If anyone would like to be a guest on a future show, shoot us an email at info@geoholics.com.
Also, if you have any ideas on future content or guests
Sean's wardrobe,
or anything you want to
shoot us an
change,
email. Huge thanks to this week's featured partners, Emlid, Topodot, Altair Central, Leica, David Evans Associates, and Diamondback Land Surveying, of course.
Of course.
Moly.
We could not do any of this without you. Laney Wilson,
check out the hat.
Can't Sit Still, available everywhere. Until next time, everybody. So many takeaways. I don't know where to begin. So I'm
Turn
just
it
going to
up.
say, most importantly, be safe and healthy.
I'm a wayward Baptist trying not to dance.